Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. Oh, shut your mouth. I've got to make sure I know which camera I'm looking in.
All the cameras.
It's a good point now, actually, because now I'm looking at that one.
Split the difference. Look in between them.
How about that?
Yeah.
I'm doing
just
it now.
looking there in the gap.
I'm looking in the gap.
I mean, I never usually look directly into the camera. I tend to be looking at the TV, and that always is fine.
Yeah.
Like, might be a bit creepy sometimes, just...
I like to directly stare at people. Anyway, welcome in, everybody, as Jeremy stares at you to this... Oh, that reminded me of something. This episode 118?
Correct.
Oh, hooray.
I wrote it down.
I will write it down.
Well, it's too late now. You've said the number.
I will cross it out.
And there are the customary bits signifying that it is, in fact, episode 118. Thank you very much, Will.
Thank you very much, Will. And welcome in. We are sorry for the slightly late start. We've been trying to change our tech around, basically.
Yes. And, you out there will be assisting in the debugging process today.
We had a little stream the other day, though, didn't we? Last Friday.
We did, yes.
Thanks for those who turned up.
They didn't tell us then that we were pixelaty and artifacty, though. So yeah. Can you see the chat now with with that tripod there?
Kind of. I can see that Andy's here. Fresh Cope is here.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, and he can stay because he was like, glad to see you, Jez. Oh, and hi, Alex.
Oh, and howdy, Alex. He did it the other way. I was reading back some of our stuff and he did it the other way around. So he's an equal opportunity
cunt. But that's the kind of demographic we're looking for.
That's the kind of cunt
Don't
we
get
like.
me started.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The cunts, but not like, actual cunts, just good cunts.
I see Mike is here. From the beginning, he's in here.
Wow. Nice.
So the quickest version of this is that we normally stream in 1080p, and the resolution when it is shrunk or is zoomed in on when we do our TikTok stuff means the resolution is not so good. So
shit 80p. So
we need to upscale it, and that adds an extra step in the process. So if we could stream and record in 4K, it would make a whole lot better. So I've got my iPhone up there because it does 4K, but the problem with that is we're trying to work out if it works.
And all the tech is working fine. Our only question at this stage is, can the internet handle a 4K upload?
Yes.
And you can be the judge of that. Like in our test last week, it looked fine on the surface, but then when we looked a bit closer, there was a bit of kind of like blockiness, especially when we move. Like if I do this,
so
what's that doing for you? And if you're watching on a mobile, it's probably harder to see. But if you're there watching us in actual 4K on your monitor or your TV or whatever, then perhaps you can let us know.
But it's a work in progress, just to make everything better all the time, always moving forward. Continuous improvement, Jeremy.
It is, yeah.
Big fan.
And it's not rapid improvement because otherwise we'd have been in 4K from day one, wouldn't we?
Yeah. But part of it is explaining to you how it works. We thought you might be interesting, and part of you seems showing behind the scenes how Kaizen. Very much, it's finding these things, controlling the things you can control until your processes are all in control and nothing is in flux and chaos.
Yeah. It's okay here, just the start screen that seemed to have a problem. Okay, that could have been because that was a 1080p video.
I was wondering that, but I didn't want to voice
possibly.
that because it sounded.
The Fire Stick is not happy. Well, you should be able to change the resolution down. Yeah, the Fire Stick will not handle 4K because it's not a 4K Fire Stick. But you should be able to change the resolution back to 1080p.
Always twirling towards improvement.
What's that from? That's familiar.
I think it's Simpsons. I say I think.
Yes,
it's the one with Kang, and it's like abortions for all, boo. Abortions for some, boo. And it's like abortions for none. That's it. He goes, abortions for none, boo. Abortions for some, miniature American flags for others. Yay! It's just like. One day I dreamed of being a baseball. Anyway, so 4K, Jeremy, it's the future.
It is it's the past, but it's us catching up with the future.
We were in the past, now we're in the present.
They're already on 8K, and let me tell you now, the internet will not handle 8K, and the Fire Stick will not handle 8K. Yeah.
Internet can't handle 4K right now.
Yeah. It's crashed twice trying to load you guys. Well, it must have worked now because you're here, but, keep trying.
Karis will be asleep. She'll be crashing soon.
I'm surprised she's not asleep already, to be honest. But
yeah.
Yes. So, let us know how we're getting on. We'll do our normal show, and then we'll have a look at the end. If it's all gone totally fucking wrong, we're also recording a backup in 1080p on my laptop, which is nestled away in the background. So
there's a chance that if it all goes terribly wrong, we can stop and restart, but it's all possible. Welcome in, everybody, but also welcome into a terrible Kent, son of Rachel. Hello to the two biggest Kents I know. We are the greatest Kents.
We are the epitome of Kents.
We were talking just before, and we're going to get into this at some point. Lots of stuff to talk about on the show today. Things that are happening other than our new technological advances. Mm-hmm. Things we want to do.
Yes.
The plans we've got in place. And not only that, lots of wonderful things to read out today. Now we've got it in 4K, Jeremy. It seems only worthwhile to read things out that can be used for TikToks. We've got Tifus.
Yeah, I mean, the whole reason we're doing the 4K thing is so that it's very easy to just go TikTok.
That's it.
So,
it just goes.
We're going to find a way to make it work regardless.
Yeah.
Be that 6 laptops on the go. I don't care. Whatever we need to do, we will do it.
Yes.
Yeah. My phone did hate you, but it's calmed down now. But that could just be the new router we got today. Yeah, new routers are not as good as they are cracked up to be.
But welcome in, Lady Sorrow. Thank you very much for joining us.
Shit's working this week. That's good.
Good. It's always a question of trying to make everything work, but we'll do it anyway. So hope you've been well as we advance into spring. Is it officially spring?
It is. Yesterday was the first day of spring.
Do people say to you, spring has sprung, and then you think, oh, fuck off?
No, people don't say that to me. Would I think fuck off if they did? It's a good question. Allow me to ponder the answer.
Do you want me to say it to you?
Yeah.
See what your reaction is.
We'll just see how my brain handles it.
So spring has sprung, Jeremy.
Woo!
Well, there you go. Reacted like Ric Flair.
I guess I don't have a problem with it.
No, evidently not.
I like the spring. So it's just a celebration of maybe it won't be so fucking cold, wet and windy now.
God, I hope so. I was thinking about going to do a live-action roleplay event next weekend, and I was thinking, will I, won't I? Will I, won't I? And then
you looked outside.
I looked outside.
I won't.
It's 3.5 hours to drive to somewhere 9 degrees and raining to sit around and do some stuff, and then at the end of it, put it all down, all the tents down. And I just thought,
no, I don't think I will.
Let's go to wrestling instead.
Yeah.
Because that's this weekend.
It is, yes. Yeah,
we want to go. So.
Yeah, well, yeah. I've booked a babysitter, so we better go now.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Otherwise, I'll be sat at home with a babysitter, which is pointless.
If you want to go to wrestling, let us know. We're going.
Wrestling this weekend.
Hawkinge.
It's going to be average, probably. But we'll enjoy it more because it's what we do there. Or I'll drink. There you go.
Rumble Wrestling, Hawkinge, this Saturday, 7 o'clock. Buy a ticket. Go up there. Sit there. Cheer. Shout. Love. The wrestling.
Live, laugh, love.
Yes.
It's on all the best signs. Maybe we should do a crowd sign that says live, laugh, love.
just something really pathetically
just hold it
twee.
Hold it up the whole time. Live, laugh, love.
I think it should be a sign, Jeremy. And please feel free to suggest your own signs. It just says, I hope everyone has a good time. Or something like that. I
hope everybody wins.
I hope the wrestling is just good.
Yes.
Let's go wrestling.
That is a good one.
Let's go wrestling.
Does the WWE come to you all? Yes, it does. I went to WWE Clash at the Castle last September.
In Wales?
In Wales, but it was some good wrestling and some shit wrestling too. And,
who was headlining that? Was that Drew McIntyre versus...
it was Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns.
That's such a good accent. I should hope so, but I mean,
I lived
even
there
so,
for 22 years, didn't I? And I heard this every day.
sounds good. Yeah, there's also doing. Aren't they doing? Did you get tickets? I know we're talking about.
No, thanks Ticketmaster. I did not get tickets for Money in the Bank. Which is in July. But yeah,
Dr. Fruitbat sign says, "Let's have some good, clean fun." Can't we all just get along? We should make some signs and take them. That'd be so funny.
Yeah. One of my year 10s came in today, says Karis, and said it was a live, laugh, love kind of day. I made them regret it.
It was a live, life, laugh, love kind of day. What does that mean? What's that? I don't know.
Does that mean you just frolic? Is it a frolicking kind of thing?
Who was shit at wrestling? Who was shit at wrestling at Clash of the Castle?
I mean, to be fair, no, it was all pretty good. The women's match was average. Yeah. If you want to know my in-depth thoughts about Clash of the Castle, there's an episode of the Main Event podcast dedicated to that.
Yep.
YouTube.com/@JazzSports. Go on back and have a look. Or at least I think it's there. I fucked around with stuff, as I do. So,
yes.
Shall we get going?
We are. Let us go immediately. I've got some things I wrote down, so, But do you want to do a segment?
I do want to do a segment.
Let's kick off.
Yeah, in the order that we agreed in our pre-production meeting while we were worrying about stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's that? When is the DGMS Royal Rumble on the newly released wrestling game?
Well, the new wrestling game was released on the 16th, WWE 2K23.
DGMS Royal Rumble.
But I mean, you're not going to do a BCW anytime soon, are you?
No. If you don't know, myself and your father Tom were doing BCW events as much as we could before we went to Japan, and it's been a year actually since the last one.
Yeah. It came up in my memories.
And the whole of BCW was in shock at that point when the Horse of Nope came in and cruelly assaulted both of us. So we haven't really properly recovered since that, but with any luck, we'll recover in time for your father when he comes back from Japan at some point, and then we'll miraculously come BCW. Yeah, fuck yeah. So no, there's no DGMS Royal Rumble at the moment, but
yeah, I mean, he is due a holiday back here.
Yeah,
he's just moved, so
he has just moved.
Not
so
happening, is it? Yeah.
No.
Well, we'll verbally abuse him when he arrives and tell him that he needs to get his ass back here for a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get going, because not only are we broadcasting in HD, I have painstakingly upscaled all of the stings to 4K, so some of them look better. You may have noticed the more detailed blades of grass in the opening, for example.
Yes.
It looks very pretty.
And the war looks much more terrifying than it did before, Jeremy.
I mean, that's kind of pixelated itself up a bit. I think I need to, if this works, I'm just going to make a new opening.
Yeah.
Yeah. The grass is fine, but all the war and destruction needs to be more destruction-y.
Yeah. Maybe the war could be improved.
On terror. I'm just saying words. Anyway, speaking of words, we're going to read some. It's the segment we like to call today, I Fucked Up.
It was at this moment that Nathan knew. He fucked up.
So...
Oh, I didn't like that.
What's that?
The playing of the sting.
Did it not? Did it do a thing?
It did a weird thing. It's all right now.
My son Nathan. Every time, Mike. I love it. But never stop. So today,
don't stop Nathaning.
Don't stop Nathan. The verb to Nathan. Today I fucked up. We have found some fuck ups from the internet, and I was quite interested in these two. It'll be more obvious why I'm interested in these two once we've read them. So did you want to read your one first?
Sure.
And then I'll read my one?
Absolutely. Okay.
Because I think... Oh, no, that's what that's there for. I think you will be amused by that one.
Amused and bemused, or just amused?
Just amused.
Okay. Maybe we'll be bemused later.
Maybe.
Tifu, happy Mother's Day. Have a blazing anus.
It sounds like it's a cocktail, but it's not.
I will say right off the bat that this person doesn't understand how these work. Like, you have to say, today I fucked up by doing something. Like, Happy Mother's Day, have a blazing anus doesn't tell me anything.
No. It's a tribute act to Blazing Squad. Do you remember Blazing Squad, Jeremy?
Unfortunately, I do remember them.
Yeah. I think that's what this is.
Not a fan.
Could be wrong.
My wife and I live in France. We are artists, gardeners, and moderate hippies.
Oh, God, they sound like such wankers.
Choosing to shop locally, organic, sustainable, etc.
I should have held my wanker statement. It got better.
It gets more wanker. On the sliding scale of wanker, we are firmly at the R in wanker.
Yes.
One way to reduce waste is to cut down on toilet paper usage.
This is very relevant.
Yes, because we've got here our example. Who gives a crap? Toilet paper,
which we'll talk about later. But yeah,
so the idea of that is not to use less; it's to use more sustainable paper, isn't it?
Yes, which is not what they're suggesting.
No,
here. They just want to use less.
And I'm not sure how that works. Like, I can't crap any less, so I'm gonna need the same amount of toilet paper regardless of the environment. Actually,
well, you'd think that, Jeremy, but read on.
I shall. Welcome forth, Panda. Despite being French.
That's why they lived there, Harley. First mistake, he said. Living in France.
I mean, being French does explain living in France.
You got to give it to them.
It stands to reason. Despite being French, we do still value cleanliness.
Leaning into that stereotype that French are smelly people, which we never thought. You said it, not us. That wasn't us.
Literally had to explain that to me. I had never heard that stereotype before.
Yeah, there's a stereotype. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not making any comment on that. And what I'm saying is the reason why that person has said, despite being French, we want to be clean. Everyone thinks they are onion-wearing, smelly types. And
well, the onion is going to prevent them from being smelly, surely, because the onions themselves suck in the smelly.
Do onions suck in the smelly?
They do. Do you know that if you are doing any gloss painting,
yes,
you should get the biggest onion possible.
Yes.
Cut it in half.
Yes.
And just leave it open in the room that you have painted gloss, and it will take away that gloss smell.
Huh.
Yeah.
Top tip.
Yeah. It also then stores all the stuff, which is why some people don't like onions, don't like to eat onions, because it just keeps all of the environmental smells and bacteria within it.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's why I use onions instead of deodorant.
You can do that too, just Makes you get right in there, though.
Mate, try it. But we barely scratched the surface on this, I have to say.
We've barely cut the onion on this.
Wait. Listen, Invasion McMikey knows all about painting.
Of course, as a decorator.
Yes, use a water-based gloss is my better top tip. No smell.
I mean, I've got an even better top tip.
Yes.
Don't bother painting at all.
Don't paint.
That's what I do.
No paint. No paint, no gaint.
No paint, no taint.
Anyway, you were quite right in your assessment that how does one use less toilet paper, that is.
I will read on and endeavour to find the answer. Despite being French, we do still value cleanliness. And in order to do this, we wipe our starfishes...
Oh, such a cunt.
We wipe our starfishes with moisturised, reusable cloths, like little flannels, which are then placed into a bin and boil washed weekly.
No.
I mean, it's just like changing nappies, basically.
Yes, that's what they're suggesting. They're using that concept.
We used, reusable, sustainable nappies with Hannah, and so basically we didn't use wet wipes with her.
Yeah.
We just had little cloths called cheeky wipes that we used. So it's kind of the same.
Okay. I still don't like it for some reason, but it makes sense.
It's because it's your own shit.
Yeah.
There's something tolerable about a baby shit. They can't help it. But yeah, I know where my shit has been. No, that doesn't work.
I do know where my shit has been and where it's going.
Well, I hope to not,
Sure now where it's been.
I hope to not know where it's going. That's kind of the point of toilets. Anyway, this isn't as weird as it sounds. Alex begs to differ. Though it did take some time to become comfortable with the practice.
Okay.
These material squares also double as washing up cloths and dusters. Fuck off.
That's it. That's it. Yes. They aren't just for shitting on and wiping your ass. They also double up as washing up cloths.
I mean, if you're boil washing them, you're getting all of the shit out of them.
Yes.
But
doesn't this feel a bit like that time when we read the thing about the person who had a toilet brush and they put it in their dishwasher?
Toilet brush in the dishwasher, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was like, yes, it's been washed, so we shouldn't have a problem with it.
Yes, it's okay, but it is not okay.
No, it's not okay.
Yeah. I'm with you here. For cleaning your body, maybe, but not washing up.
Separate shit cloths, says Aletha. That would make a lot more sense.
Can't we just have separate shit cloths? Yeah. It's still sustainable if you have a pile of washing up cloths and a pile of
you could
washing
colour
your
code
ass
them.
cloths. Yeah.
Then you'd know.
Unless you colour coded them brown, and in which case you wouldn't know if they're dirty or not. Additionally, I grow lots of very hot chilies, which we sell in our local market.
Jesus.
Local, sustainable, organic, etc. Last weekend, I was preparing the last of the season's habaneros for market.
Nice.
They were chopped and de-seeded prior to smoking and powdering. We're talking about baby's ass now. I'd used several cloths during the cutting process, wiping oily knives on them and finally using one to wipe metal filings from a blade I'd just sharpened. I see where this is going. I left the kitchen looking rather messy and went to set up the drying/smoking system. When I returned to the kitchen, the cloths were gone, and in their place was my grumpy wife, miffed because she'd had to tidy up after me as her mother was due to arrive imminently for a Mother's Day meal. Do the French do Mother's Day?
I don't know. And, the wife is miffed because you knew you were doing this, so it's like you left them there just for a moment.
Yeah.
Like, really?
I'm sorry, love. I'm doing my fucking job.
I'm doing the thing that you know I'm going to do. It's
maybe your mum can go and sit at the kitchen table instead of hanging around in my work environment next to my smoker.
No.
This all sounds bullshit, frankly, but we'll get further. 20 minutes after the arrival of my mother-in-law, I heard cursing and splashing coming from the toilet. As you'd probably guessed, my wife had placed a pile of used, oily but clean looking... How are they oily but clean looking?
That doesn't make any fucking sense. Come on.
My mother-in-law picked up a shitty yet clean looking cloth. Right.
So she...
There's only some streaks of shit. Is it like how people just keep using handkerchiefs?
And they're just like, it's close. Yeah, maybe. Or so it said oily... So my wife had placed oily but clean looking...
cloths in the bathroom. My wife had placed the pile of used, oily but clean-looking cloths in the bathroom.
Why? You also use them to shit. And I know that's today I fucked up, but come on.
Oily but clean. Double T. Very nice. My mother-in-law was paying the price of buffing her ring piece with 500,000 Scovilles of blazing Caribbean fury and steel knife shavings. How...
That is bullshit, mate.
It is indeed.
It never happened.
How hard are you fucking sharpening this knife?
Why would you then rub it onto the cloth? Oh my god,
this is bullshit. Such utter bullshit.
It would be. It also has the thing. I know you're not finished of over-explaining.
Yeah,
over-explaining and rich similes.
The hallmark of a bullshit tea food.
Yes.
Yeah. My wife is no longer talking to me. Why? It wasn't her butthole.
Yeah. It was her mother-in-law.
My father-in-law thinks it's hilarious, obviously.
Yes.
And my mother-in-law has been dousing her wire spider.
Stop. Shut up. No one says it. You're talking bollocks.
Never heard that before in my life. Wire spider? Spider, right, get that bit. Wire?
I mean, spiders already look quite spindly.
Yeah, like if a spider just like flattened out, then yeah, bumhole, I get it.
Ugh, fuck me.
But where does the wire come in?
Why not get a bidet and then do the washing up in that? Why not?
I mean, then you're using more water, so it's not quite...
Jesus.
Like, their idea has merit in terms of just the cloths, but the mixing of the cloths is where this like falls down. Yeah. Where was I? My wife is no longer talking to me. My father-in-law thinks it's hilarious, and my mother-in-law has been dousing her wire spider in milk for an hour.
Milk makes it hot.
Happy Mother's Day. TLDR. Raw chili on my mother-in-law's anus. Apparently it's my fault. Edit. People are suggesting I use colour-coded cloths from Amazon. Please. Bleached and dyed nylon from the other side of the world, or natural sedge less than 50 kilometres from origin.
Oh, you pretentious cunt. Listen.
Cunt covered it, to be fair.
You fucked this shit up and someone gave you a solution. You were like, I'd rather get, locally sourced cloth, actually, and let my mother-in-law bear the brunt regardless. It's like, someone came up with a solution, but I'm too much of an organic cunt to do that. So, let's move swiftly along with my one.
Or a hairy butthole, maybe. Wire spider.
Oh, maybe hairy.
Yeah.
That's not something I want to think about.
That is disgusting. Yeah.
Don't say buffing her ring piece. That bit was quite funny, actually. Surely he could use some natural dye on... Yeah, right?
Yeah.
In his pretentious way, he could say, I will source local sedge, whatever sedge is, to create my own cloths that I've woven.
I mean, all you really need to do is wash them separately and put them in the appropriate piles.
Yeah.
And never the two shall meet.
It lacks credibility.
Because it isn't credible.
Yeah, it lacks credibility that your wife would go, I can't believe all these kind of stuff you've left around. Let me place it in the place where we wipe our ass, knowing that that's what we use these for. It's just never happened. Never happened. I got the arse end of this, no pun intended, but I thought this was something about someone using metal shavings.
A metal shaving covered cloth to wipe their ass.
Yeah, because...
Yes. Well, it was metal shaving, but they also raised that with habanero chili. Yeah.
Yeah. Chopped up chilies with a knife and then decided to sharpen the knife to make sure they needed some shavings in there to make it harder and worse and terrible and shit.
Talk about ring sting. We do not want to add your uniqueness to our collective. Welcome, Nicholas. Nice to see you.
Is that how you don't get to join the Borg? It's just like...
That's probably his best opening statement on this show. Welcome in.
So that was obviously recent. Happy Mother's Day. Yeah.
If indeed there is a Mother's Day in France, I mean, did the French have mothers?
Le Mère de Jour, I think that Aletha said earlier.
Le Mère de Jour.
Le Jour de Mère.
Le Jour de Mère.
Le Jour de Mère.
I mean, it's not nice to call them mares. I mean, I know a lot of them are, but still have some decency.
This one is from 4 months ago.
Okay.
Just I'd say. Because I know that because that's when it was posted on Reddit. Today I fucked up by damaging my mother-in-law's arse.
I'm sensing a theme.
I'm an avid chili pepper grower. This is 4 months ago. I'm an avid chili pepper grower. This season I've grown more than ever before.
What, 4 months ago?
Yeah.
In the winter?
Apparently. I grow mainly chocolate habanero and Trinidad scorpion.
Habanero.
I did think about that, but I like the fact that you've done it so well, and I kind of wanted to distinguish that, but I will try it again.
Habanero.
Habanero. I grow mainly chocolate habanero.
Yarrow.
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 Hello, Ellie.
It's all yarrow. And Trinidad scorpion.
Trinidad. It's a Caribbean last time.
See?
Or this time.
You've worked out what's going on, Jeremy,
Yes.
as may have you as well.
Mm.
If you're not a chili fan, then all you need to know is that these are punishingly spicy. Due to having a bumper crop, I've cleared out all of last year's sauces and oils to make room for the latest batch.
Well, you just threw it out.
Yeah. I've had so much, I've just chucked everything else away.
Fuck my stock. I've got new stuff. It's not how stock works.
No, just sell it.
Yeah. Put it in another storeroom.
Yeah, right?
Put it
Doesn't
in a,
know about inventory and
box it up. Put it in the loft.
supply chain. Most went to friends and neighbours. Oh, okay, gave them away. But I had a batch of chili oil which was nothing but heat and trauma. So instead of passing it on, I poured around 5 litres of it down our toilet. Of course you did.
5 litres down the toilet.
That's right, not down a drain.
No.
Then I went out for coffee and cake with family.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. I wonder what will happen while I'm out for coffee.
I know, right?
Doop-a-doop-a-doop.
With my family, including my mother-in-law. As you might know, French cafe toilets are often very sad places. This guy isn't French. I don't believe it at all, and just has this hatred of the French.
As opposed to cafe toilets in other parts of the world, which are delightful,
Joyful, unicorn-led, rainbow places.
Please approach with your bum out.
Angels lick the shit off your ass. Yeah. But French cafe toilets are often very sad places. So the fam came back to mine after coffee for a quick comfort break. Jesus.
You are not French. You just said fucking fam. Twat.
It's le femme.
Le twat.
Actually, it's la femme because it's feminine. But anyway.
Feminine.
Went out for a quick comfort break before going for an autumn stroll. My mother-in-law dashed into the loo first. The coffee and goulash, I don't think I'm pronouncing that right, goulash, had powered through... Coffee and cake had powered through her, and she must have unloaded a tremendous high-speed shit straight into the unflushed chili oil.
Fuck you.
Do I need to go any further?
No.
It's such nonsense.
Now is the appropriate time to scrumple up this piece of paper and yeet it.
I want to keep going. I don't want to scrumple it up. It's actually got my notes on it.
Fair enough.
Can we...
That's the same reason I've kept mine.
The oil... I'm going to get through this. The oil had splashed back, and Poseidon's kiss was causing grievous bodily harm to her ring piece.
Fucking this bellend just made a list of like metaphors and similes that they wanted to use and then made a story out of it.
We heard muffled swearing before she stumbled from the bathroom saying that she needed a sit down. You did not.
I don't think she did.
Everyone thought that she was a bit drunk as she had cognac in her coffee. Yeah, a bit of cognac in your coffee, that's really going to make you pissed. But she was squirming in discomfort on the couch and eventually admitted she had a nasty case of super hot ring sting. Yeah, all the French speak like this. It's now 3 p.m. Mother-in-law's used an entire bottle of calamine lotion and is crying upstairs. We didn't have our pleasant autumn walk on the Champs-Élysées. Yeah, because you grow these things in your garden, but you're also very, very close to the centre of Paris. My wife isn't talking to me. My father-in-law thinks it's hilarious. And the entire family knows the workings of my snooty mother-in-law's burning anus in intimate detail. TLDR, burned my mother-in-law's anus with riot control grade chili oil.
You didn't.
Now, it should be made clear at this point. This is the same person. The name is the same.
Really?
Yes.
That is brand new information.
They have not sought to disguise it by calling themselves mother-in-law ass and Champs-Élysées bumhole or something. They haven't tried to use different throwaway accounts. It's the same person, 4 months apart, has written a story which is basically, I grow chili, I put the chili in a stupid place, my mother-in-law wiped it on her ass, my mother-in-law's got ring sting.
Why is this dude obsessed with his mother-in-law's asshole?
I don't know. That's the question that's on my lips. I'm surely on your lips as well. Why is he obsessed with his mother-in-law's asshole? And why is he obsessed with getting chili in it? What is this obsession?
It's
Not only does he's not like he just wants to sting it with chilies. But why? I just the more floral the language is, the more fake it is. Totally, Dr. Fruitbat.
Absolutely.
Why would anyone pour oil down the toilet? He's like, I'm going to get rid of this, and I've got 5 litres of it. I've got drains aplenty. Let's just pour it into the toilet. Shall I flush it? No. I'll leave it here. It's like, no. You
just wouldn't do it. You just wouldn't. It's not like an arstibus complex.
It's so... That's why I wanted to include these ones today, because I'm like, when you read the first one, there's a link to the other one. Someone's like, I don't know what's wrong with this person that has this obsession with his mother-in-law's ass. It's like, I make chilies while she was asleep. What's the third one going to be? What's the next one going to be? He's going to write another one.
I was licking her asshole and I forgot that I just had a habanero chili.
I'd been eating it and rubbing it on my tongue. And then when she came on to me, she's like, please put your tongue up my arsehole. My wife was in the other room, so I decided to do it.
Very quickly.
She was enjoying it for a time before suddenly the sting of 1,000 scorpions stabbed her up her starfish. Only he'll come up with a better. Stabbed her up her...
He'll consult his list.
Stabbed her up her rusty bullet wound.
Rusty bullet wound. That's hideous, actually. Yep.
She screamed out in pain, and my wife came in to see what the problem was.
So I pulled my tongue out of her asshole,
made my excuses, and left.
Keris is really like obsessed with the oil down the toilet. She's like proper science. This like no oil down the toilet. Hasn't anyone heard of the fatberg down the London sewers?
The fatberg?
Yes. Have you not heard of that?
No.
Well, naturally, when a human being goes to the toilet, or even has a shower, or basically any body function,
yes,
we secrete oils.
Okay.
And when those are flushed down the drain from a shower or flushed down the toilet from having a shit,
right,
the oils,
yes,
that we secrete goes with it.
Right.
Those collecting clumps in the sewers.
Okay.
And they found in the sewers in London a gigantic clump of human fat.
Fatberg! Dead ahead!
They called it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Some say it was the reference point for the Futurama character Zoidberg.
Huh.
I mean, they didn't know what fat was, obviously, but still.
This person hasn't left their flat in 2 years and regularly orders Vindaloos for their very own Ring Sting Saturdays. I'm so confused as about why this person feels also the need to
exist.
Come up with the fact that they're, for some reason, French in this situation. Because they keep talking not like a French person.
It's true. Yeah. What was the French part necessary?
There's no requirement to pretend to live in France.
Like, I don't want people to know that I'm British.
Like
France.
The other thing is that making chilies, and I could be wrong about this, but I sense you need a hotter climate.
I mean, France gets pretty hot in the summer.
Maybe
but
in the south of France.
You aren't.
He's living in Paris.
Apparently. Yeah. He's not living in Paris. Yeah.
He's living in central Paris.
I don't think you're getting any hot batches of chilies in the autumn in France.
No.
Certainly.
None of this makes any fucking sense.
Or
I mean, I know we know it's not true.
Or in, the winter for this Mother's Day one. I was preparing the last of the season's habaneros. Well, it's winter, mate, so there's no fucking habaneros in that season.
I
fact checked.
At least get your facts straight. I think this person doesn't give a fuck whether the facts are straight or not.
No. And I'm very keen to go and look at some of the comments on this, and hopefully they're all calling him a cunt.
They're basically saying, he did this before. What's his obsession? What's the next one going to be? I regularly make chilies. It's Christmas time.
Might write my own and just comment it on the bottom of the
Yeah.
one.
We should, if you want to make your own, write it onto Reddit. You have to be French, like chilies, and precariously make your mother-in-law have chili up her ass
Yeah.
in the most creative way possible.
Unhealthy obsession with your mother-in-law's butt.
I mean, it's kind of funny that the mother-in-law, the joke is the mother-in-law constantly gets the end of it, as it were.
Maybe
it's kind of funny.
He wants to write a sitcom,
and it's just
it's just always the mother-in-law getting it in some way.
In more creative ways. I look forward to the next one. We'll try and read it out. That was Tfue. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It's fucking stupid, but anyway. And welcome in everybody. I've seen you all drifting, and thank you so much for joining us once again. I saw Ellie's here and Indecisive Elf is here. I
just noticed it sunk the Titanic, didn't it? Amazing.
The chilies were next to the suppositories. I don't know. Yes, someone had to get some suppositories.
Yeah, they
reached
back. They were small chilies stored in a jar.
Yes, but I hadn't got a proper jar, so I put them into my old suppository jar.
And the bathroom is the driest place in the house, so I was using the bathroom to dry the chilies.
Yes,
in the suppository jar.
Maybe the bathroom has a connecting door to the kitchen. They often do in these stories. Our flat has a strange architecture. There is a door between my toilet and the
Champs-Élysées.
And the Champs-Élysées.
Kitchen, Champs-Élysées, garden. Kitchen, Champs-Élysées, bathroom.
How is he paying for this? He must be making a lot of money from his chilies.
I didn't see this when I went to the Champs-Élysées.
Yeah, I've been to the Champs-Élysées and I didn't see a guy shoving chilies up his mother-in-law's arsehole.
No. Must have been looking in the wrong place.
I was looking.
Must have been the other France.
It was not the right season, Jeremy. It's not the season for it.
Yeah. Anyway, where should we go now?
I don't know. I'd like to ask you a question.
Okay.
If I borrow this, because I have a question for you, because I think maybe I've cracked it this time. But I'd like to know, is this the person that you think is not Anna Torv?
Okay. Is this not Anna Torv? I feel like you've got a little closer this week.
Yes.
But no, I'd like to confirm that is not Anna Torv. That's a young Angela Lansbury.
It is a young Angela Lansbury.
Yeah, no,
she'll love that picture of
herself.
herself.
Never mistaken her for Anna Torv.
Fair enough.
It's not Anna Torv. Keep trying though, mate. I'm sure we'll get there one day.
I will eventually work it out. I will get it. Let me put that back to you because you use it more than I do. She is hot. Oh my god! Wow.
She's not Anna Torv though, is she?
No. What is it? I think it was my husband in the toilet with the chili. Is this a new version of Cluedo? My husband in the toilet with the chili.
Do. It's tenuous, but go with it.
Anyone for tenuous? Other shit that I wanted to talk about, I just wanted to bring up before we move on to maybe something else.
Sure.
By the way, I don't know whether anyone's... people have put in naps and haps.
There is a suggestion.
Ooh.
Just the one. So if you have any suggestions, get them in now, because it will govern whether we do the segment or not.
Now, we got an email, as did everyone, that is a Twitch streamer, basically inviting people to apply to do something for TwitchCon.
TwitchCon!
Yeah. So TwitchCon is a Twitch-based convention. It was, I think it's in America and it's in Europe. So last year...
I couldn't work that out from the name. I'm glad you spelled that out for me. Thank you.
Literally, yeah, absolutely.
So you're saying...
Yes.
It's a con...
Yes.
For Twitch.
It is. It's a long con.
It's not where my mind went.
Okay. Well, it's 2 days.
Carry on.
And the last year it was in Amsterdam. This year it's in Paris. I think it's also in San Diego. And we have applied to be... to run an interactive workshop. You can basically apply to do a creative kind of stall if you like to do crocheting or miniature painting or some sort of artistic thing down Artist's Alley. And you can do a drag queen contest thing, which we did not opt to enter into.
No, we didn't want to show up the other drag queens, basically.
Yeah, that would have been a shoo-in.
Yeah.
and you can do a panel thing, so you can discuss various things, various topics, and set up a panel.
Paneling, like wood paneling,
like decking, but vertical.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It's that sort of level of understanding of paneling we should have taken to TwitchCon. But we've put in something, because we do a lot of improvisation kind of stuff and making shit up. We offered our kind services to TwitchCon this year to make some shit up with for a workshop. So with any luck, although there are probably hundreds and hundreds of people applying for this stuff, with any luck, your very own Don't Get Me Started hosts could be, love that, could be in Paris this year, teaching a bunch of other streamers how to make shit up. So
how to say cunt on Twitch. Except not that, because we said we'd not.
Yeah, we said we wouldn't swear.
How to say curmudgeon on Twitch.
I sent them a few clips, and one of them does have swearing in it, but I put a little caveat saying that we won't actually be swearing. I'm just sending you clips, but yeah.
We do swear. We won't
swear. We won't swear. They said that it won't matter if you swear or not, but I felt it's better to say, anyone wants to learn how to improv.
Yeah, I mean, we can read the room.
Yeah.
If your dad's there, don't swear.
Yeah.
If there's a kid there, don't swear. If Harley's there, tell him to fuck off.
Yeah.
Easy. Anyone can do it.
That's what it's going to be like. So we'll let you know. I think it's going to be quite tough competition.
But we will keep you posted
if we are successful.
Because we'll obviously also try and work in some other DGMS content from Paris as well.
Yeah, because imagine if they
we would
said yes.
Broadcast a little bit from TwitchCon, like outside of our panel. We'd find a space to just do a live thing.
Is it worth going to TwitchCon even if we didn't? I don't know, because it could be quite expensive. But
it is expensive. Yeah,
I wouldn't be against it.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't be against it.
I think I'd rather do other things.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
But
there is another thing we want to do. Do you want to talk about now?
There is another thing. Yes, neatly segued.
Yes. I don't know how I got onto this, but while we...
I don't know how either, no.
How much are tickets for TwitchCon? I don't know. I bet you they're a couple of £100. I bet it's like 150 quid to go to TwitchCon. Somebody look it up. It's going to be... Look up from last year. You can find it. Harmstone's going to be on it. Sorry, I had to get some Pepsi because my mouth required it.
Parched.
Oh.
I will just ask at this point how the quality of the video is going. I won't ask how the quality of the stream is going, because that opens us up to all kinds of dickheadery. But I will ask what the quality of the video is like and how.
Yeah, what do you think of the video?
There are people hanging out here, so I.
Lots of you are here, so you're obviously not having.
That nobody is having too big an issue, but feedback is always nice. Anyway, the other thing that isn't TwitchCon. We were watching the choir, Shetway Voices, Shetway Primary Singers, and Shetway Youth Voices, Nailed them all.
up at the Harbour Church on Saturday, because Aletha was in that. It was wonderful. Really good. It's a really great night. Expected to see you there, Will, but maybe you were ill. And we had a great time. Your daughter was there singing.
Yes. And pointing.
And
stomping. It was great.
I don't know how we got onto this, mainly because we're watching, before it started, you were watching the qualifying laps to the Saudi Arabian.
I was literally sat in the crowd watching F1 qualifying on my phone.
And I don't know if that's what prompted me to think about this, but I said to you something that I said the other day. I was driving in my car and I was talking to my car, which is something that's weird, but I do it because
it's not the words though.
I've been driving in my car.
I was talking to my car.
And occasionally
I replied that I'm a cunt. So I put it in the dump.
I would never. I'm so glad she can't hear you.
What,
I would
never?
No, never. Well, hardly ever. And I reflected to my car. We were having a conversation about, honestly, I'm very strange.
Deep reflection.
The furthest we'd driven was no, nay, never. The furthest we'd driven was Essen, which
we
is
being you in your car.
correct.
Right.
I know what it sounds like. I know what it sounds like. I love it, by the way. 5.5 hours to Essen. And could we drive further, basically? And that prompted me.
That prompted your car to go, no, so very tired.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Can't do it.
So I said to Jeremy, have you ever done one of these banger rallies or banger race? It's not a race, but like a kind of, you drive around Europe or wherever, and you drive from place to place to place, and you basically cover, say, 9 countries in 4 days, and you buy yourself a cheapo banger and normally they have a ceiling limit of how much money you can spend on it, and you decorate it and you paint it and you wear costumes and you dress up like twats, and then you,
which we're already good at,
basically follow a route around, and various companies do this. From the lowest easy to access to the most expensive kind of gumball rally where you're spending thousands of pounds making your car look like the Mystery Machine and shit like that. But you can get on very standard, anyone can join in kind of thing. So we very quickly pulled one up while we were waiting to watch choir. And
watching qualifying.
And we just had an idea that it'd be wicked if we entered one of these things. We found one that does go through 9 countries, 4 days. It goes all the way down, goes from England to France, through Belgium, Luxembourg.
Via the fake chili farm.
Yep, goes through there. Germany, into the Black Forest, Switzerland, Austria. It goes through all of these places. I think it ends in Italy, I think. And then you can scrap your car, basically. Or you can just drive it back if you don't want to scrap your car. 2 people get in it. You have loads of stupid challenges that you have to do that sound eminently filmable. And I just thought it would be a laugh if we applied to do this and then filmed it all.
As Don't Get Me Started.
We want a Don't Get Me Started car.
Yes.
Basically. Which hopefully will get started every time, because otherwise...
otherwise it's not going to be a very long rally, is it?
So that's an idea that we might do. But it does depend on being able to buy the car.
Yeah. I know a place.
Oh, you do?
Mm.
Oh, dear. I know a place.
It's not a secret place.
Oh, no?
It's around on Ross Way.
Oh, nice.
It'll probably last us the length of the journey, but I wouldn't guarantee beyond that. But that's what we need, so there you go.
But it's going to cost us some money, so we thought that we might try and raise that funds through you, and that might be
our viewing public.
Yes. So I think this would be an amazing idea.
I think so too. Yeah, and there will be a lot of content out of it, and I think that we can probably incentivize it in terms of what you get on the car. And that kind of thing.
What we write on the car, what we stick on the car. Oh, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, we probably can't stick a massive swear on the side of the car. That'll probably get us pulled over by
There must be rules.
By the French police and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex for Popemobile.
Yeah, that would work. Massive Kents. We could put that on there.
Massive Kent. I don't know what kind of costumes or what kind of theme we might be able to do. Maybe if we could think of a famous car, and then paint it up like that. I don't know. That might be too much hassle, but
yeah. I mean, the funny obvious one would be like a Reliant Robin, but I don't think you're going to get a cheap Reliant Robin.
No,
they've become collector's pieces.
Yes.
Now, so yeah, Darren can lend you some costumes. That's true. He can. He's got lots of them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, a chili on the bumper, subtle.
You never know if Reese might want to do something like this. I don't know if he'll necessarily have the time.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It will involve taking time off work and all that kind of thing. So
there's another good reason not to go to this thing on this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, there are things that still need to be worked out.
But that's an idea we've got. We thought it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So thanks for all your bits. They'll be used to buy a crap car. All the more reason to do a 24-hour stream.
Yes. Well, we were going to do one anyway, so maybe now we can double up the 24-hour stream as a fundraising for our shit car.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, did you want to? Now we've given them all this, lots of news,
lots of information. Yeah.
Did you want to do the seaworthy stuff, or did you want to? This is happening because we've got some bits, or what did you want to do?
We have not received any further C than one, so I think maybe we'll put a pin in that. I don't think did we have any last week that we didn't do?
I don't think so.
No, they were discussed last week. So yeah, I think we'll leave the sea. So we could do that if you wanted.
Yes.
Or we could, as you suggested, go into This Is Happening.
Let's do This Is Happening and see what comes out of that.
Okay, fair enough then. In that case, if I can see the button, we'll move into the segment that we call This Is Happening.
In a world filled with haps and naps, two men have risen above to bring you This Is Happening.
I mean, yeah, Dorito says, IRL stream. Here we are on the side of the A2. The Robin has broken down again. I'm just like, God, shit, if we haven't
left the country
we
yet.
haven't left the country.
Yeah, it struggles when playing the stings. That's a bit of thing to work on. I might be able to compress them down even further or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll work it out.
Well, we'll work. Yeah, we will work it out. But yeah, that would be a lot of fun if we can manage to do that. So This Is Happening, the bit where we just discuss all the good stuff and the shit stuff in your life and all that sort of. I can't really read it for him. Maybe you can do all the reading.
Okay, sure. Then you can do all the taking the piss out of them.
Okay, yeah, sure.
For their shit lives.
I'll immediately take the piss.
Okay.
Hit me with it.
Hap from Will. Finally back to reading paper books again. Were you a pyro before that and you just had to burn them all?
Up until finally back to reading paper books. Because up until now, you've been forced, like Clockwork Orange style, to watch only stuff on a Kindle, only stuff on an electronic device. Back to reading paper books.
Been trapped in a room with no light and could only read things off backlit technology.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there, but congratulations if it's Hap.
Or is it that you were in quarantine and all your paper books were in another room and you're like, I want my
Back
books.
to reading paper books. He'll have to explain himself.
Requires more context.
Yes.
Yeah. And this could be the context, perhaps. Nap from Will. Cold/flu bug has had me feeling shit all week. Right. It is going round.
Yeah,
all of it is
I've
going round.
I've avoided it so far, but
everyone, apart from you and I, appears to be ill.
That's unbelievable.
For me, that is incredible.
Incredible stuff.
Yeah. Sounds like somebody has made it through their digital book backlog. Must be nice.
I see. They had maybe Will had loads of digital books and then thought, well, I've got to get that done, and then I can read the books. I don't know. Maybe.
Did you get through your Audible book backlog?
No. I was listening to an Audible book the other day, which wasn't one of the many ones that people kindly gave me.
Oh, you still haven't got through Peter Davison's autobiography yet?
No. Oh. How I'm a Cunt by Peter Davison.
You must be so disappointed.
I am. I started to read it. I started to listen to it at one point, thinking, let's get it out of the way, but I just couldn't do it. Could not do it.
Can do that.
Oh yeah, actually, if you put it now, you've put it behind the other one.
Oh, there.
A little bit further. Oh yeah, that'll do.
Okay, I can't see it now.
Oh yeah, that's the problem. Okay, well,
I'll just switch it back and forth.
Accidentally poured broccoli cabbage water on my phone, says Aletha. Aletha doesn't give a shit about her phone, so this doesn't surprise me at all. Aletha throws, drops, slam dunks her phone wherever the fuck she likes, and so the fact that she has poured some sort of liquid of any type on it does not surprise me.
I'm more offended that you had broccoli/cabbage water to pour on your phone. I know it's an iPhone and it's not worth shit, but still, don't break iPhone. Kind of love you at the moment. I love you 2 hours a week for DGMS, and then that's it.
I've seen the putting in the C thing from Harmstone.
The suggestion.
Last DGMS of my 20s. Not sure Alex will remember his 20s. No, I don't really. It's all a haze of alcohol and dreams.
It wasn't that long ago. He's just got a terrible memory and drinks a lot.
That's true.
He's got a really bad habit.
That's exactly it.
Hap says, Aletha, amazing Saturday of indulgence.
Yeah. There was a lot of stuff went on in Saturday where we basically we stayed in bed for ages, then went into town for coffee. We went down to the Harbour Arm to enjoy the sunshine and had some drinks and watched some people playing music. Then we hightailed it up to the choir concert, and then after the choir concert, it was drinks, and dancing around in the Black Bull pub in Black Bull Road.
Inspiring name.
Yes, it's not a great pub, but it's the pub we had, and the people were great.
Were they though?
Well, the people we were with, the choir people.
Oh, I understand.
No, the other people were cunts. But
I was going to say,
Yeah.
firmly within the triangle of death.
oh yeah. But the choir people, I mean, I don't know them very well, so some of them might be cunts. But
But they were mostly shipped in and didn't live there. Yeah.
we imported nice people.
You've got to do that.
And then after that, we left with Tamsanaki, who was rickety wrecked.
Is that why she's not here tonight? She's still hungover.
She's here tonight. And we went to the potting shed to have some cocktails, and it was incredible. And we came back here and watched Cobra Kai.
As you do.
It was brilliant. She wasn't really that drunk. I've just thrown it in there to be outrageous.
Just to say rickety wrecked.
Yeah. Tamsin being hungover, that surprises me. Oh, I don't know where she is tonight though. Normally she's in, but
Probably has some other pressing engagement. She doesn't miss for no reason. So either we've
no.
deeply offended her, and frankly, I feel like we would have done that a long time ago if we were going to do that. So must have a pressing engagement. Here's the context from Will. With my MS, I lost the ability to hold books and concentrate, so I was listening to audiobooks on YouTube.
Oh,
okay.
I see. So
that is HAP then, because that's definite
great.
progress.
I see. When you said going back to paper, I thought you meant as opposed to on an iPad. What you meant was I was listening to them, now I'm reading them. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you buried the lead there, Will, to be honest.
But we understand now. Nap, says Harmstone. Kaizen. Kaizen. You say Kaizen, I say Kaizen.
You say it wrong, I don't.
That would sound about right.
Yeah.
Why is it nap? Isn't it a wonderful thing? It's a lean strategy, isn't it?
It's probably just because of the business applications, and it's probably been forced upon him.
He should embrace it. It's going to make his life better.
Hello, Ali. Welcome. 2 weeks in a row. What's going on?
I don't know. You tell us. You're the one coming in.
It's called a schedule.
We
Ali.
were always here.
Yeah, we do it every week. So.
No, he's talking about 2 weeks in a row for him. What's going on? It's a rhetorical. He's referring to himself.
There's probably no soccer on or whatever.
No, probably. The
does
Champions
instead.
League is over.
The Apprentice isn't on Tuesdays.
No, that's true.
What
Tottenham aren't playing.
What other excuse did he have?
Not playing golf. It's not golf season. But you're very welcome here, Ali. I was thinking about you just the other day. You missed 6 weeks in the schedule.
It's called a holiday.
Ah, dear.
Nap, says Keris. I'm sick. Grr.
But Hap, says Keris, epic choirs this weekend. Where? Right there. Because the primary singers were singing There Once Was a Windmill in Old Amsterdam. A mouse lived in a windmill in Old Amsterdam. And he goes, I saw a mouse. Where? There on the stair. Where on the stair?
Right there! So my daughter was really getting into the right there. Like nobody was listening to her, obviously, and had to point out.
I'm telling you.
Like, I've told you for weeks. It's right there. It hasn't even moved. It's still right
Why
there.
do you keep asking?
Why are you ignoring me?
It's there.
I've even put it to song. What the fuck is going on?
I bloody love that song. So pleased they sang it. I'm such a fan of it. It's such a fun song to sing. A mouse lived in a windmill in Old Amsterdam. Yeah, it was great. Right there! You fucking idiots! You blind! We're like, it's brilliant. Brilliant, so good.
And the last hap.
Beetle Drive tomorrow. Really? Oh, I love a Beetle Drive. Have you ever done a Beetle Drive?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a little game where you all sit round on tables of 4, and everyone that goes sits round on each table has 4 people, and then you get a dice and you roll it and you pass it to the next person around your 4, and you have to draw as many beetles as you can. And by beetles we mean the bug,
not Volkswagens.
Not Volkswagens.
Right.
Not
doesn't sound as good.
Not John Paul, George, and Ringo. Actual little bugs, and the bug has a body, 2 legs, a head, and probably eyes, nose, and mouth and shit like that.
Well, that's not accurate.
It's not. So the way it works is...
Can you play it anthropomorphically correct?
You have to speak to Duncan about that if it's Duncan. It might be Duncan's thing, because it sounds like a Duncan thing. I could be wrong about that.
What is it with him and, like, insects and crustaceans? He wants to play crab football.
Yeah.
Doing a beetle drive.
Yeah.
That's the end of the list.
He has an ant farm. I don't know.
He likes listening to Alien Ant
Farm. He
Farm.
loves listening to Alien Ant Farm. Yeah.
And the Beatles.
Yeah, and the Beatles. Yeah, so what happens is you have to make as many. He did a snowman drive as well. It's basically the same concept. Is that it was a Christmas version of it. So you have to make a snowman. You start with a snowman's body instead of a beetle's body. In order to start the thing off, you have to roll a 2, because everything else gets attached to the body. You can't have an arm just off one to one side.
It's not Hangman.
No, but it works in the same way. Like in the way that Hangman works, you have to start with the base and you go around. It doesn't work. You can't just start with the head appears or something like that.
Oh, I start with the head.
So you start with the head every time. Make sure it gets hanged. So the idea is that you have to do as many beetles as you can. So if you roll, oh, it's a 6. I pass the dice on, and you roll, and we all roll. As soon as you get a 2, you draw your body. And then after that, the legs might be 1s and the head might be a 5. So you have to roll certain things to add it. And eventually you'll make one. And then you start another one. And you have a time limit and you're really rushing to dice really, really quickly. And then when the time is up, someone blows a whistle or shouts time up or something like that. And then the person who has done the most on the team, so we work out of our 4 who's done the most beetles, goes up to the next table, it gets promoted. And the person who's done the shittest gets relegated down to the next table. So everyone moves around every round. So you're kind of mixing with people and drinking and having fun. It's a lot of fun.
So the purpose of this is just fun, or is it?
So it's a charity
fundraising
thing.
in
So
some
it
way?
costs money to go to it.
Got you.
And then there's raffles and shit and other...
Raffles?
Raffles. It's so much fun. It's a lot of fun. If it's
Okay.
on, we should go. I don't know. Why is it on tomorrow? I thought they were doing... Yeah. Why are we drawing bugs? It's the game. It's the way it works. That's how the beetle drive works. Anyone could do it. You really need... you really need a lot of people to do it. And I remember we were doing it, and on the because lots of families go to these things, and you have a mix of people, and who knows going to end up on the table. And I was there with somebody else, a little girl and an older guy, and the older guy was this older, pissed off, grumpy, curmudgeon-y guy, and the girl
I'll just use my habanero coloured cloth.
was like 13 years old,
Now
and
I'll
she was
wipe
just...
my ass with it.
And she kept rolling the dice and scattering it across the table, so it would bounce off and go on
As
the floor.
children do, yeah.
And she was just like, but she was intentionally, and like, oh, I can't be able to go and get it. Oh, I'm really like, just like, you know, Kevin the teenager, probably kind of like, oh, what are we doing? What's going on? And just
Being a
kept throwing it
child.
everywhere, being a child. And the guy was getting more and more worked up because we need to get this done quickly. And she keeps deliberately fucking up and deliberately fucking up and then deliberately fucking up. So eventually the old guy just leant across to her paper and just ripped it up into pieces. And the whole drama at the Beetle Drive was so funny. It was so stupid. And it's like, what the hell? And everyone's getting involved in it. It's so stupid. But yeah. So that's what a Beetle Drive is. You raise money.
Don't Get Me Started is not sponsored by Pepsi, but we remain hopeful.
Oh.
Got to use that for this now, being as I haven't streamed in 3 months.
I actually thought the other day I should probably stream soon just to...
Well, breaking news, I'm going to stream tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Reese and I and maybe Duff and anyone else that wants to join in
Are going to drive?
are going to play Micro Machines on SNES again.
Oh, I like the sound of that. That'll be good.
Yeah,
Ali will love that.
yeah. Tomorrow evening,
Tomorrow evening.
probably about 8:30ish.
There you go. Le gasp. It's actually la gasp. It's feminine. But
Feminine.
can't you stream alone? I don't like those guys either, Ali. I'm with you. 100%. Those pricks.
I mean, I can, but you know, I'm not.
It just isn't.
Yeah,
Because he has to play against Reese so he can push him off the sponge.
it's true.
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
push someone off the sponge alone.
I think we have stumbled onto Ali not liking Reese apparently,
And Duff.
And Duff. Yeah.
No man is a sponge, Jeremy.
Are you not even doing your F1 watch along things anymore? Notice there's been 2 races. Yeah, they're still happening.
Yeah.
You have to actually watch them though.
I
Ali.
watched it. I watched both of them, in fact.
Yeah. It's at Jazz Sports everywhere. Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Find it there. It's probably because Twitch don't do hosts anymore, so unless you...
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So, yeah, it's not finding it. Yeah.
Have we got to the end of all... Have we got to Beetle Drive? Was that the last one, by
Yeah.
the way? Oh, okay. Beetle Drive tomorrow.
Bad Beetle Drive.
I really want a Beetle Drive.
Big Bad Beetle Drive.
I got the impression that maybe it's been made clear, but Aletha, where's the Beetle Drive happening if you're doing choir tomorrow?
It's at the choir because they don't have a conductor.
Oh, I see. Did you catch that from the thing? Because I couldn't quite see that.
Yes.
But twist, Alex was the older guy. I was pretty narked, but I wasn't so narked that I wanted to reach across and rip up her fucking paper.
It does sound like you.
It does.
Like, that is the type of thing
I was
that you
kind of
do.
behind the guy, and then Duncan came over and was like, this is really unacceptable, and he needs to apologise. And I'm like, really? Because it seemed a bit... And he was looking at me like, yeah, I think this is really bad. Come on, she's a child, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, she knew what she was doing. She knew she was fucking around, and Duncan wouldn't have it. He's quite correct. He shouldn't have it, and he's in a position of responsibility. And I'm sitting there going, yeah, but she was being a prick, Duncan.
Remember, Harmstone, Twitch is now /shoutout, and then the thing, because Twitch does it itself.
Well, maybe our Beetle Drive. I bloody love a Beetle Drive. Right. Oh.
Do you have anything, hap or nap? What's going on in your world? I mean, we've covered a lot of the haps and things already.
I mean, I'm so obsessed at the moment with I am obsessed with Eurovision, but also obsessed with Glastonbury, which, you know, is coming up in June, so it's quite a while to go now. But like, I'm just like keep looking up maps and where to go and where to camp and what to do, and so I've just got a bit obsessed with that, really. But yeah, no, I don't think there's anything that's amazing at the moment, except that just having a generally good time. But obviously wrestling at the weekend. What is nap is I have to go to the dentist tomorrow, and I really don't like the dentist. I don't know many people who are like, dentist, yes, get in! But it has to be done, really. I'm not in pain.
Well, it doesn't have to.
No. Actually, it literally doesn't have to.
Your teeth can just fall out.
But here's the thing.
Whatever, man.
I came back after lockdown. I think I might have told you guys this, but I came back after lockdown, and they said, yeah, your teeth look pretty much the same as the last time you came in, and that was 3 years ago. And I'm like, if that's the case, then why do I need to do this thing then? Because it's evidently not degraded since that time. But anyway, yeah. So that's what's nap. I would say, talking of things that are nap, when we were in Watford, not Watford Gap, which is a place, 50 miles away from it.
Oh, they're not the same place?
They are not the same place.
Could have fooled me.
I know, I thought they were the same place.
It's Watford Gap.
Watford Gap. Yeah.
Is Watford Gap not just like the tube station in Watford or something? Has Watford got a tube
You've
station?
got to mind the Watford Gap.
Mind the Watford Gap.
No, Watford Gap is the Watford clothing store of Gap.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I like Gap.
Yeah, we go to Watford Gap.
You can sometimes get some Old Navy clothing from the States in Gap. Yeah.
Watford Nap. It's not the same place as Watford.
Yeah. Watford Gap is the service station, says Ali. Oh, there you go.
It's on the motorway.
Service station in Watford called Watford Gap.
I didn't know.
So it's not 50 miles apart. Then it's next to it.
They're very close.
Yeah, I thought it was.
While I was in Watford, I thought of you. I was thinking of you because you're a cunt too. You see, and it's a horrible place. No, while I was in Watford, we went into a shop that sold exclusively. Okay, that's not quite true. There was other bits and pieces as well, but pretty much exclusively.
You are Michael Coling the word exclusively there.
Well, I remembered suddenly they had other things. But their main selling thing are baseball caps, which is what made me think of you, obviously.
I do like a baseball cap, as is evidenced by my... Oh, fuck.
So, should we do this on another time?
Yeah, let's put a pin in it.
Basically, they sell loads of baseball-related baseball caps, basketball-related. So they got Lakers caps and stuff like that, and NFL baseball caps.
Beautiful.
But they also were selling a selection of NFL jerseys of certain people like Mahomes and
the popular ones.
Yeah, the popular ones, which is why I say it wasn't exclusive now I think about it. But really, and they were called, the shop was called Lid.
Cap.
It was not.
Oh.
The shop was called Lids.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of Lids.
I just thought...
That's an American chain.
Right.
Lids. Oh, cool. There's
it just
one here.
sounds really stupid, though.
I'm going to Watford.
Lids? Watford Cap.
Welcome,
Tamsin.
Tamsin.
Watford Cap. It's 50 miles from Watford regularly. No, Watford. Lids?
Lids.
All I could
with
think
a Z?
No, with an S, I think.
Oh.
Might be with a Z. Honestly, it's been a while now. But like...
Navy blue logo.
I was laughing too much at the idea they called it lids. Like, oh, got a lid on. What's going on? Got a lid. Or that they were selling saucepan lids or other types of lids or Tupperware lids or stuff like that.
Oh, that would be amazing if it sold all types of lids.
Yeah.
Could I get a box for this? No, mate, just lids.
Lids.
See the sign? Lids.
What kind of, can I just be clear about this? What kind of cunt calls their cap a lid? Have you ever once said, I've got to get my lid on? No, you've never done it. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Have you done it?
I think so.
Oh, in what context? Just got to, where's my lid? Got to put my lid on. Where's my bear's lid?
Now that you say it in
Like-
that tone, I don't think I have ever
You haven't
said it.
Thank God for that.
I think maybe like
Where's,
my dad might have said it.
no.
Yeah.
I don't know much about your dad or anything in this matter, but I thought they were kind of old hippies living out somewhere that would never said lid in their life.
Oh no, well they're hippies now. Well, not really hippies. Like they live in Wales. They're like country people now. But my dad was born and raised in London, so
You might have said lid.
yeah.
Listen, I think
Like,
it's...
probably like put your lid on. That
No!
kind of thing. My granddad definitely would have.
No!
Yeah.
I can't get past it. So I was in Lids. I would have bought you... They had some Pro Bowl Bears caps and some other kind of specific kind of like the Bears. Everyone... They represented all NFL teams. I did look.
Why can't they fucking sell online, bastards?
I
I've
know.
been looking for a good place to buy caps in this country forever.
I found you some, but they were the forward-facing caps, and I asked them if they had any backwards-facing ones, and they did not. So
Waste of a shop.
that's why I left.
Imagine
Good
having
day,
any
sir!
Backwards caps, Jesus.
I did ask.
I mean, I can never find a backwards cap. Everywhere sells these forward fucking things.
It's hard to get. Backwards lids. Backwards lids.
Hey, you know what? There's a niche there. Maybe I should open up my own backwards lids shop.
Yeah, in a place out the way somewhere. So yes, so
I
lids.
can't get this lid back on my Tupperware. Yeah, what you need, sir, is a backwards lid. Come right this way.
Sedil. No.
That's a shit joke. And you know it's a shit joke.
So bad.
And I'm happy to award you... I don't know if that sound came through the microphones. It probably did. It was very loud.
Oh, I think that might have been the
light
light
balanced
falling over.
precariously. You didn't sellotape it.
I did put it.
Oh yes, it did. There you go then.
Well,
If we're broadcasting in 4K, we got to break something else. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. So lids. What a stupid fucking thing to say. I'm tempted to put the phrase lids in the sea, but
No,
come on.
no,
You can't.
It's all right.
It's the worst thing. It's up there with platyjubes and
It's not
cosy
that
lids.
bad.
Oh, it is.
It's like the thing you put on top of your head. It's the lid.
Just call it a hat. It has a name.
Yeah, lighting is still fine. To be fair, yeah, I don't know what it
We
was.
did. It was more kind of superficial. I just put it on at the end. Okay. Do you want to do something else?
Yes. What have we got left?
That's a good point.
Pretty much it, really.
Oh yeah, Oh well, we're not going to get in the sea, and we're doing this is happening now, really, and we talked about that, so we haven't got that. What I will say.
We could do that.
Oh yeah.
If you wanted to.
Yeah.
I don't care. Or we could just do that and get the fuck out of here and get a burger.
Oh man, I really want a burger. Shit me, that sounds like an amazing thing. Can I just say one thing? Because I've written down here, Greg's is shit.
Oh, well, that definitely requires context. So go ahead.
Go ahead.
Because Greg's is not shit. It's expensive.
Is it expensive?
Yes.
I mean, I've never really considered it. I buy corned beef slices so unregularly that I don't know really how much these things are. But you might recall that when I was at the something or other South Mim Services, wherever the one with
For Gap?
when I was at Watford Gap, when they have the one which has the Greg's outside. Do you remember I was talking about the one that has the Greg's outside?
Oh yeah.
When I got to catch you up, and I don't know whether you'll find this funny, but hopefully you will. It's just stupid, more stupid shit. When I bought my insurance, I got a free coffee every month from Greg's, but we don't have Greg's around here.
1 coffee a month.
Yes,
What a deal.
every month. Now I got it for free when I got my insurance. I didn't get my insurance based on
So happy
this.
that one of the 300 coffees a month I drink will be free. Car,
I know.
Living a life of luxury. Thank you so much, car insurance people.
This is, by way, leaning into the point of where I'm heading on this, because it's such a simple, easy thing to give away 1 coffee, or so you think. Because when
Yeah.
I was at the
Net cost price of a cup of coffee in any kind of chain is like 0.01 pence or some shit.
When I was when I was in Manchester just before the Super Bowl.
Sorry about that. Which I did watch, by the way, Ali. I forgot to say yes.
I've had resigned myself to the fact that I will never get a Greg's coffee because there isn't one near us. I think there might be one in Deal.
There is one in Dover.
Right. Well, I'm never going to fucking go to Dover just to get some coffee. If I'm there, I'm there.
As you go into Dover, like, it's on the roundabout on the left. It's actually not even really in Dover. It is quite easy to get to.
If it was in my town, I'd go to it. Or if I find one, I'll go to it. But because it has a tendency to be something that's a bit further up north, further north than, say, the Watford Gap.
North.
Which is the barrier between south and north. Then I'll go to it. But as I had some time to kill in Manchester, I walked past a Greg's, but I couldn't download the app to get the free thing from Confused.com.
Oh, yes, I do remember this. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So then, resigning myself back in February not to be able to get one, then suddenly we stopped at the services on the way back and it said Greg's. So I rushed in and we went to the services and there was no Greg's inside. And I was like, okay. And then I spoke to the guy in WH Smith's and he said, the Greg's is actually outside. And I went, thank God for that. He said, but it's closed. And I went, fuck. And they said, but there is one in the kind of petrol station. So we went across the petrol station and I said, can I get my free coffee? And they went, no, we don't. No, because we're like a petrol station franchise thing and we don't do that deal. And I'm like, it's one coffee. Can I not get it? This was the only chance I was ever going to get. And they were like, no. So I forgot about it and didn't think about it until me and Aletha a couple of weeks ago were in Watford and we were just leaving. And I said, there's a Greg's. And she's like, right. And I said, I can get my thing. It's now March. I can use my March one. And she's like, yeah, do you want to do that? I said, I don't know that I want to have it. It's going to be shit. But what's the point of having this if I can't go in? So
I think you might have just stumbled on the point there, Alex. What's the point of having this thing?
What's the point?
Full stop.
It's like such a nothing thing. It's just something. Do you know what I mean? But I never paid for it. I didn't ask for it. But it's something for free. So why don't I try and grab it? So I went in there. And I went right up and I said, can I use my thing? Thinking, is this a problem? Can I not use it in here? And they said, yes. Well, actually, the guy looked a bit confused, but he said, what is it? And I said, Confused.
That's just on brand, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Confused.com
app. His face went,
huh? His face did go like that.
Confused? Huh?
He was a bit confused. He worked for Greg's, not Confused.com, but...
Confused.Greg's.
Greg's coffee really isn't worth going for specific. I know. I was walking past it. It was there. Here's my phone. So I went in there and I spoke to him about it. Initially, he did not understand what it was. And then I showed him and it says 1 free Greg's coffee on it. And he went, okay. And then I hit activate on the March one and it went bling and it brought up a QR code. And I showed him the QR code and he bleeped it and it said, this one has already been used.
What?
He was just like... I was like, activate there, QR code, and he went bleep, and it went, no, it's still coming up that you need to pay $2.75 or whatever. So normally if it did that, it would come through to the end and go 0, obviously, and you get your coffee. And I'm like, you just watched me do it. He went, I'll try and do it again. He tried to bleep it, and he went, no, it's just saying that it doesn't work. And I'm like... He says, I'll type it in. So he stood there for ages typing in my thing. And this is off the back of all the Manchester shit and all the stuff with there in the service station. And finally I'm in one and it's not working. And there's a queue developing behind me. He says, I can get my manager. And I just went, it's not worth it. And just before I went in, I honestly thought, Jeremy, how is this going to fuck up? Before I went in there.
So was Aletha waiting outside this entire
time? She was waiting behind me. And I said, it's not that important. Let these other people behind me in the queue holding corned beef slices go ahead of me.
And I'll fuck off.
And I'll step to one side and we'll sort this out in a minute. And as he was going through this, and he was like, I can get my manager. And I'm like, just let these guys go. And I stepped out of the way and I went, let's leave Watford. And
let's
never
leave
come
this
back.
place behind. The place that won't give me a coffee.
I don't even really care, but what's the point? If you had an app, it said 3 times newspaper anywhere and you went in, I don't really want the Times, but I got a free time, you'd get the thing. But oh my God, it's such an effort. I'm tempted to write to Greg's and say, what is the point of any of this? What's the point of any of this?
Is that Greg's fault though, or is that confused.com's fault?
Don't know.
I think it's confused.com's
It's just a QR code. Oh, fuck me.
Like how it was already redeemed is nuts.
It's just, it clearly wasn't, and it was a breakdown with their thing as he's bleeping it. It's like, it says it doesn't work. It must have already been activated. I'm like, it's been activated. How is this? And even then, right? Surely, at that point, you've seen it. You've seen it's working. You've seen I've done it. Surely you just go.
You get a surely, and you get a surely.
Surely you just go.
And you get a surely.
Just have one. Don't you just say?
Yeah.
All right, mate.
This is worth pennies. Here you go.
Have one.
I mean, maybe the manager would have done that, but yeah. Or did you get the manager in the end, and he did not do that?
I didn't get the manager. I just walked out knowing that it was just more fodder. So I don't know who I hate.
Just went bleep, and the cashier got a free coffee.
Yeah, go. And I left, and they turned around and went, got another free coffee. Cheers, like that. Ba-da-da-da-da. So I don't know who I hate. Is it Greg's? Is it confused.com?
I think it's confused.com. Mate, hate everyone.
I hate you all. I hate you all. Greg's, confused. You. Fucking hate you. Oh, Jesus. I like coffee. I'm sure it's going to be crap. In fact, I did have a coffee from Greg's that night we were at the service station. It was totally mediocre.
Well, service station coffee is always going to be mediocre.
Oh, fuck me. But anyway, got it on my phone. And if I go past the Greg's, maybe I'll try it again. But I am losing the will to live on this stupid app, which I don't care about already. So next
time you should film the process. Like film, you have to borrow like someone else's phone.
Yes.
But film that I'm going to go in and get a coffee and then see what happens. And just record the whole thing.
I need another camera to do this. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
The kind of man who buys a Sage Bambino should not be so excited for a Greg's coffee, free or otherwise. I mean, Dr. Fruitbat, you are absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
But he was at least 50 miles away from Watford, so therefore he was a long way away from his Sage Bambino.
Yeah, I have got to. I've been spoiled now by Sage Bambino, so I shouldn't care about this stuff. I want it for free, and I know I'm banging on about this, but I just kind of think
should have got a different perk, really.
But no, it was free. It wasn't a choice.
Oh,
it was
normally they give you a choice of
yes,
perk
and I've got that perk, and it's really good. I've got the car wash thing from up the road by the Brickfields.
Oh yeah.
So every month I can have a
IMO. Free IMO car wash.
Yeah, and I have one of those every month, and I don't always use it because sometimes I don't want to wash the car. I'm just about to go to laugh and it's going to get dirty anyway, or whatever the fuck. But I love that. I think they're great. I go up there. I always have a good time. That's great. And that was the one I chose. But then they said on Confused, oh, by the way, have this thing as well. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess, okay, sure. And like, that's it. It's so inconsequential, but it doesn't work. You know what I mean? When you add those two things together. Anyway, so fuck Greg's, fuck Confused, fuck me. Fuck me.
Someone's clipping that. Yeah. Well, I want a Greg's now. Congratulations.
Congratulations, did you just say?
I did not, but let's pretend I did, because amazing.
Congratulations.
That makes you an arsehole for making me want a Greg's.
Well, maybe we can go together.
Have we got a segment for that?
What's it called? What? That makes you the arsehole.
That makes you the asshole.
We do have a segment. It means that I have to say, are you telling me, am I the arsehole?
I think that's the question, yeah.
Am I the arsehole?
Am I the asshole? No, it's the children who are wrong.
Oh my god.
Didn't like that one either.
Greg's is shit. I can get rid of this now.
Is that a new sting, Jess? They're all new stings, Harmstone. Well, they're the same sting, but they're uploaded.
I think, reading this Tifu, that maybe this guy should say, I went to see famous rock band, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I accidentally shoved them up my mother-in-law's arsehole.
Accidentally shoved flea up my mother's arsehole.
I can't stop doing it. Bow, 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 bow.
Can't stop, addicted to the Scoville. Right. You were the curator of these Am I the Arseholes? I suppose you're going first, are you?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay, excellent. I will put my pen away. Not that I even needed it to read.
Okay. Am I the arsehole
Yes, you are.
for refusing to pay my sister-in-law's medical bill after my cat bit her? Am I the arsehole for refusing to pay my sister-in-law's medical bills after my cat bit her?
It's going to be key why the cat bit her.
I just thought it'd be nice to mix it up and not have a dog.
It's always nice to not have a dog. Can't wait for the day.
Good start.
Little brother, it's a further blurder, hello blurder.
Who'd he do? Are we in The Sims?
Yeah.
Soon.
Blip, blip. Soup, soup.
I'm 24F.
No, you're not.
It's believable. My sister-in-law, Candice, has a stupid name. No, she doesn't. It's outrageous. My sister-in-law, Candice, is 29F. Candice has this thing where she has no regard for boundaries for humans or animals. I have a cat, Tissue, who's a complete dick.
And it's named after tissue.
Yeah, like a tissue.
Bless you.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Fuck shit stuff. I have a cat, Tissue, who's a complete dick. Tissue will sit there and he won't run away from you. But if you try to rub him without asking for a rub, he'll bite you.
Sounds reasonable, yeah.
Candice knows this. She also knows that if Tissue wants attention, he will absolutely demand it. And if you don't give it to him, he will also bite you. But it's more a nibble.
TLDR, the cat's going to bite you regardless of what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Biter's going to bite Jeremy.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
No thanks. It's more of a nibble. Doesn't really hurt. And it's just kind of a warning because he's a cunt and I've let him get away with it for 3 years. I have to say, the way this person writes is brilliant. Candice was at my house last Thursday. As per usual, I told her, don't rub the cat because he didn't want attention.
Can you stop using the word rub in the context? Like, you're not rubbing the cat. Stroke is the word you're looking for.
Listen, she said she doesn't know much about...
No wonder the cat fucking bit you if you tried to rub it
Rub
off.
it? Every time I rub the cat, it bites me. Yeah. No
Yeah,
shit.
Stop touching the cat's penis. Fucking creep.
Oh. Yeah. Well, exactly. Well, she says, like, I've let him get away with it the last 3 years. Doesn't know how to look after a cat, clearly, so doesn't understand the difference between rubbing and stroking. As per usual, I told her, don't rub the cat because it's not a fucking lamp. All right? Genie's not going to pop out. Because he didn't want attention. He was on his side of the table where he sleeps, and we were having a cup of coffee, not from Greg's. Candice decided she wasn't respecting Tissue's boundaries because she's an idiot who clearly enjoys getting bitten. She went to rub Tissue. He was behaved. He actually snarled at her the first time to tell her, please go away.
Oi, fuck off.
Then he hissed.
Oi, proper fuck off.
And then she rubbed a third time, and he locked onto her so hard he drew blood.
Gonna bite you now.
Why are you from up north all of a sudden?
Northern cat.
Northern cat.
Don't know why, but it's a northern cat.
Give him tit rub. And it was her own fault. Tissue ran out of the room, so she was no longer being tormented by the demon lady. And she was like, well, what was that for? Train your stupid cat. And basically giving out, saying there was no warning. I told her to go to the doctor and get antibiotics because cat bites can be dangerous.
Train your cat.
Train yourself, you prick. Fast forward to today. Candice rings me and tells me she had to go to the emergency room because she has an infection from the cat bite. She needs to stay in hospital for IV antibiotics, and basically, I'll have to reimburse her for the medical expenses. I told her I wasn't reimbursing her, since she knew not to touch the cat and proceeded to, despite Tissue even warning her warming her, despite Tissue even warning her to back off. My mum and my brother got involved, and they both think I'm being an ass for not covering at least some. My dad thinks I'm right because I warned Candice, and have many times in the past. It's been causing major issues over the last few hours, and my mum and brother think I'm the arsehole. Am I the arsehole?
No, delete the friend.
Delete.
Delete!
Delete.
Delete!
Cat gave fair warning. No jury on earth would convict it. Meow, meow. I don't, that's...
The prosecution rests on its cushion next to the radiator. Insurance payout or fuck yourself. Yeah. I agree.
I haven't written this down. I'm trying to remember what it was, but I think...
Oh, dead leg. Rinse out my leg.
Yeah, my leg's pretty fucked. I think that it says in the comments when you read this one that the cat is called Tissue because it looks like a dirty tissue.
Yeah, great. Nice. Well done.
She says the cat looks like a dirty tissue and it's an ugly cat that only its cat mother could love.
Fucking rude, isn't it?
A
No
bit
wonder the
rude.
cat bites people. It's got a complex from being called fucking Tissue its entire life.
Tissue, tissue, tissue.
Shoot, no, I'm fine actually. I don't need to sneeze right now.
So, I think it's pretty clear here. So we should move on quite fast when the op is asking, am I the arsehole for not paying some of the money to my dickhead sister? And the answer is no, you're not the arsehole.
Oh, I didn't like that.
Did it not? Oh, yeah, I can see us.
Look,
Oh, look, it's probably fucked my face up.
Yeah, it's still doing it. Well,
That's a learning.
that needs addressing.
It does.
I won't push the stamp next time,
Oh, okay.
and I'll put it on in post
Oh, good idea.
where it won't fuck up. Yeah.
So there you go.
Oh yeah, it's my turn to read now.
It is.
Just sat there.
You've got quite a big one.
I know I do. It's often been said, Alex. I'm glad you finally noticed.
I'd like to acknowledge it. So
if you acknowledge it, it will come. Is that how that film goes?
it's exactly what happens.
film
Yeah.
I saw.
Kevin Costner.
Okay, here we go then. I'll just have a little beverage. Try not to spill it everywhere. I'm
Yeah.
not having the best luck with drinks today, and there's not even any alcohol in it.
Yes. Take it away for this one.
Am I the arsehole?
You are.
Am I the arsehole for refusing to go to my friend's boyfriend's party after she demanded to approve my outfit?
A lot to unpack there.
My 29F friend Kate, 28, has a boyfriend, Jamie, 29, whom she has been with for nearly 3 years.
Okay.
Point for the correct use of whom. We met Jamie on a night out, and I would say that although he's Kate's boyfriend, I consider him a friend. Right, see where this is going. We share an interest in a particular sport that we text about sometimes, and if I have a spare hospitality ticket to one of the sporting fixtures, I will sometimes invite Jamie to go.
Why are you being so coy about what
Yeah, why
sport
are you
is?
gatekeeping the sport?
Just tell us what the sport is.
Weird.
What's her name? Did it say what her name is? It just says my 20.
My.
Oh, it doesn't say how. Emily, tell us what the sport is. God damn it, Emily. Is it baseball? What is it? Kabaddi? What is it? Golf? What is it? Lacrosse? What is it?
You're a kabaddi. Jamie's 30th is coming up, and Jamie and Kate planned a big party, and I, peripherally, helped out with some of the logistics when asked.
Okay.
This person writes very well. gotta say.
Yeah. I like Emily.
Correct whom, we know.
Says peripherally.
Extra adverbs in there. Nice work.
Yep.
A few days ago, Kate texted me. She asked if I wouldn't mind toning down my look for the party,
Because you're such a vamp, Emily.
and if I could send her a picture of what I was planning to wear. I asked her what this meant, and after asking several times if she really had to say it, she asked if I could dress, verbatim, basically what I would consider frumpy.
Frumpy.
because she really didn't want to be outshone at her own boyfriend's birthday party.
She wants you to look less good so she looks better. Fuck off, Kate, says Tamsinaki.
Kate, had you considered not being such a fucking minger? Had you tried that? It's probably going to do the job.
It's like, would you mind if you're coming along, just nobody look as good as me? Can nobody look as good as me? Because it's my boyfriend's birthday. We're all on board. We understand.
When I didn't reply right away, she went on to say that she wanted Jamie's full attention that night, which she wouldn't get if I showed up dressed properly.
If you look too good, he'll want to talk to you for at least a couple of minutes. I won't have it.
I was a bit annoyed by what she was implying, so I said if it was going to be so much of a concern for her, I'd rather just politely decline the invitation.
Seems reasonable.
Kate freaked out, saying I was being immature by not coming.
Yes, it's her that's being immature.
Yeah. It's the children who are wrong. Kate freaked out, saying I was being a chore.
She's such a fucking chore, Emily.
I mean,
I hope her name is Emily.
It's true, but that's not what it says. Kate freaked out, saying I was being immature by not coming, just because I couldn't steal the spotlight.
Yes, that's not what she's intending to do.
That's what I go to parties for. Like, right, where's the spotlight? I intend to steal it.
On me! Listen, if you can't get the spotlight on you, you don't deserve to have it on you.
That's why you bought some.
Yeah, I got 2 of them. One of them's on you. I don't like that at all.
That one's mostly on me as well, actually.
But mostly me.
This just in, there is no spotlight on Alex.
I don't like it. Why do you have to dress like that? Outrageous. I'm glad you haven't got your hat.
It's true.
Your lid.
I do look sexy in my lid.
If you have your lid, you've got a sexy head.
I said it wasn't about that. It was about her making me... I said...
What did you say?
Many things.
Tell us, Jeremy.
But no words, just noises. I said it wasn't about that. It was about her making me responsible for whether or not I draw her boyfriend's attention, which is something I've never tried to do, nor done, as far as I'm aware.
I'm just turning up in clothes, Kate. Like a normal person.
She then said it was really important to Jamie that she stand out, because his friends and colleagues would be there. I just told her that, again, if she was so worried that I would be distracting everyone, I'd rather not come than feel humiliated from now until the event.
Yeah, well, I have to... if I come along, I have to wear like a potato sack and look really crap and just be like, stand next to her the whole time, like hunched over. Fuck yeah, now.
I said I would send her Jamie's gift and she could tell him why I wasn't coming. Nice work.
Yes.
I guess she didn't tell him the reason, because Jamie messaged me saying he knows I'm booked the night of the party.
Ah, so she said she's not coming because she's got a prior booking, a prior engagement. Engagement? I can't speak. It's catching. Right. She told her boyfriend, you've got a prior engagement.
Yes, he knows I'm booked the night of the party, but he'd really like it if I could be there, and asked if I could reorganise so I could come. Thank you for the sub, James. Much appreciated.
Thank you very much.
Welcome in. I hadn't replied, but I got a message from Kate saying she knows Jamie is trying to get me to come, and please could I put my pride aside and come to the party. This is becoming a friend's... He knows... She doesn't know that he knows, but I know that she knows that he doesn't know that I know.
Listen, if anyone's going to put their pride aside, it should be Kate, right? Fucking take your own advice.
Yeah. Just put on some mascara and suck it up, bitch. Other makeup is available. I asked if she was going to ditch the outfit policing, but she said no.
Woo! Outfit police.
Woo, woo.
Fucking 5-0.
Whoop, whoop. It's the sound of the outfit police. So I said I would not be coming. She didn't reply. This is happening a lot. Something happens, they don't reply for a while, then somebody else gets involved. This is, yeah. Thank you for the sub, Karis. Much appreciated. She's just like, oh yeah, I've got a thing.
I'm just laughing at James 31 with a picture of you saying, I like dogs. I like dogs.
That's a troll, and you know it's a troll.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, you were gifted a sub. I understand now. Oh, and James was gifted a sub.
Oh.
Oh.
The anonymous gifter.
Oh, then fuck
has-
you guys.
has
Thank you,
returned.
anonymous gifter.
Yeah.
Can't.
The anonymous gifter knows that we need to take a car to Italy.
It's true.
And those things are going to get us closer to buying a banger. We need a big thermometer, which you fill up.
A thermometer.
A thermometer. It could be just a big car, and we just gradually fill it up. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
That's it. That's an easy graphic that can slide on the screen and make us look derpy because it's struggling to do strings and
We'll
stuff. at the
definitely do
moment.
that.
Yeah.
Dr. Fruitbat's right, and this is good advice for all Am I the Arseholes. You should just tell everyone everything and let them deal with the carnage they've caused.
Yes.
Well,
Yes. The next step is tell Jamie that the reason you're not coming is that his girlfriend's a cunt.
yes. Just say it like that. Just say it like that.
Let's see what she did.
Jamie.
She didn't reply, but I've since received a couple of texts from mutual friends. Jesus, there's more people involved?
Loads of people involved in this one.
Saying that while her request is ridiculous, Kate is aware of that. She is just desperate to be seen a certain way, and even if it's pathetic, I would probably feel the same way in her shoes.
I don't know that you would,
It
but
depends whether the shoes make her look sexy or not, because this is really the root of the
And-
problem.
you can be as empathic. Is she from who am I thinking of now? Deanna Troy.
Deanna Troy, yeah.
You can be as empathetic as you like, but you yourself would never do this. I don't believe for a second, Emily. I know you.
Other friends I've told, parentheses, who don't know Kate, end parentheses, said I should not bow to the pressure and that she's nuts for even asking. And I don't disagree, but I also feel bad skipping the party when it's Jamie's birthday, and he specifically asked that I come. So, should I be going? That's the wrong question, love. That's not how this works.
Yeah. So,
Should I be going?
am I the arsehole for refusing to?
For refusing to go to my friend's boyfriend's party after she demanded to approve my outfit. I mean, I think the short answer is no.
No.
You are not the arsehole. Could you handle this better? Yes. You could actually tell Jamie what the fuck is going on.
You could.
Shame this fucker. Ruin her birthday. It's not her birthday, it's his birthday. She wants to look good at his birthday, at her boyfriend's birthday, and doesn't want any other hot bitch coming in there making her look like a fucking derp.
Whatever.
Whatever.
What's
Wherever.
YSNBG? You should not be going. I agree.
That's a new classification system.
You should not be going.
Go looking hot as fuck and tell Jamie as well,
Yes.
and then fuck him.
Oh, was I right? I got it right. That's incredible. 10 points to Gryffindor. You should go. Turn up. Go to a salon and get yourself as fucking
Hot as possible.
Yeah, come in.
Yeah. Looking like fucking Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah.
Go and sit on the edge of the piano, beckon him over, and then just lay it on him right in the middle of the party.
Then Marilyn Monroe, happy birthday to you, and just come in like
Jamie. Yeah, and then go and get a literal potato sack, walk over and put it over her body.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, there is an update to this.
Oh, so there is. Finally got
Because
something to throw.
now, we can use that bit as a TikTok, and now you can get the update like we did last time. So we use the update. And we
2 TikToks.
I know!
Result!
I know. So now you have to pretend we're reading this weeks later.
Should we try and push the not the arsehole button and see if it works better?
Oh, yeah. Would you want to declare that we're... So...
Yeah, we said... I've already said not the arsehole, so I can put it over the top of that if needs be. But
Do
we'll
it.
try and do a one here where we say that she is not the arsehole.
Look at my face.
It really doesn't fucking like
Why?
that, does it? It works fine when we're not streaming and recording at the same time.
Oof is right.
Yeah.
Why? Why internet?
That's the computer. That's not the internet.
Oh, is it struggling?
It struggled to do all of the things, yeah.
Oh, transition shouldn't be a problem for it. It's whizzy.
Yeah. I don't know. Who
Alex
knows?
didn't look any different.
Not the 8-bit asshole. Yeah.
Beep boop beep boop boop.
Yeah, he didn't like that. Maybe we won't do that for the next one.
Okay, let's not. Welcome in, Dom.
I think the answer is going to be streaming in 1080, recording in 4K.
Yeah, maybe.
And just putting the archive up on YouTube in 4K.
Yeah.
So you can enjoy it in another way in 4K if you like. Yeah. Anyway,
Update. Oh no, you say that. Sorry, I don't know why I said. I got really excited, Jeremy.
update.
Oh really?
No.
Fuck shit store.
Update.
Oh really? Of which one?
The one we just did.
No.
Am I doing this wrong?
No. I'm just messing with you because I know that I was trying to pretend like this is weeks in the future. It doesn't matter. I was going to say like, so anyway, yes, just say update. It doesn't matter. I'm just being stupid.
Update.
Oh, really?
I really can't follow that. It just makes me laugh. Update. Nothing to say, huh?
I just thought we'd never get it done. Tom's not here to
It's like, you bastards.
Nothing to say. No, I would be in. Is this of what? Am I the arsehole? Are we updating?
The one that I just scrumpled up and threw across the room.
I remember it. Oh, thank you very much, anonymous gifter, to giving that to Dom. He'll love it. As Tom's representative.
You need a collection of shirts to mimic the few weeks later.
Right? I know. I should go and get the other one. And go, I don't know. What, the one we told ages ago about the woman whose friend is a dickhead to her and blah, blah, blah. I remember that.
You may remember that she didn't want to look like a potato, so she told her friend to not be hot and to be a potato instead.
I do remember this. Tell me more about the update.
First of all,
did you just hear something?
yeah. Did you not?
Yes. I think it's just people outside on the street.
Pipe down, you bastards!
On the bottom of Borton Towers. Margaret, go and send someone out to clear up the riffraff. Margaret! Oh no, I think she's out. Out tonight. Can't help.
It's rude. She's never here when we need her.
I'll
I'll start again.
Please do.
First of all, thanks to everyone for the advice. Most responses were not what I was expecting and really gave me a lot to think about. As surprised as I was that so many people said to tell Jamie, I didn't realise it was the right thing to do.
Really? We all said to tell Jamie.
I mean, it's just fucking common sense, isn't it?
Dr. Fruitbat said to tell Jamie.
Yeah, why didn't you listen to Dr. Fruitbat?
Why didn't you... Emily! Why didn't you listen to Dr. Fruitbat?
Everyone should listen to Dr. Fruitbat. So I texted him and told him that Kate was insisting I dressed a certain way. Jamie called and explained. A couple of months ago, Jamie and Kate were out with a few of his friends. Parentheses, these same friends that I mentioned in my comments that are not fond of Kate.
Oh, okay.
And everyone had a lot to drink. They were talking about how they met their significant others, and the story of Jamie and Kate meeting came up.
Okay.
Apparently, during the telling of the story, Kate asked Jamie why he had decided to hit on her rather than me, and one of his friends joked that it was because he knew he didn't have a shot with the hot one, me. Well, her.
Emily. He can hear a dog. I don't know if you guys can hear the dog. There's a dog. Ouch, indeed, Tamsin.
Yes, indeed. If I wasn't angry before, I am now. You cannot... Okay, I will attempt to replicate it. That's what it sounds like.
It was exactly like that. It was exactly like that.
I can hear it in the other room now.
Thank you, Dom, for pushing this along. Well, Emily.
He said he did notice me that night and thought I was attractive, just seeing me. That's how you deem someone's attractiveness. Yes, thank you for that. He said he would never have approached me because he knew that he would never have a chance with someone like me, So in that way, his friend was right.
Oh my God.
He said that speaking to Kate was the absolute best outcome because he loves her and plans on spending the rest of his life with her. But even knowing this, Kate has taken this extremely hard, and even though she says she is over it, he's noticed changes in her behaviour that seem to be related to that.
She is not over it. So to underline this, he was asked, like, someone made it. One of his mates said a joke. Said, "Well, you asked her out because you never get with Emily because she's too hot."
Yeah,
and he said, "Yes."
You read the room and you went for the less attractive one because you had a chance with her, but you didn't have a chance with the hot one.
And you confirmed that when you were drunk.
Good job, buddy.
I don't think that's gonna play well for the rest of your relationship.
Let's read on and find out how they've broken up.
That was the wrong response, my good man. Ah.
He also admitted that he'd been planning to propose to Kate at the party, and that is why he'd wanted me to be there. But after hearing this on top of the way she has been handling the situation previously, he won't be doing that anymore. After speaking to Jamie, I called Kate. She admitted that she had tied a lot of her self-worth in the fact that she'd finally been picked over me, and now felt like it wasn't true. Oh, fuck you. Honestly.
Fuck me. She was like, I'm so pleased that I'm the pretty one suddenly, and I'm the one that's got the guy, and then it's been revealed that it was all charity, is what she's perceiving it to be. Fucking hell. It is yikes. It is yikes. Yikes is it. Did this become an agony with Alex? Maybe a little bit.
I mean, I can press the button and break the stream again if you want.
I wouldn't.
You'll take my advice and you'll fucking like it.
Hey, Ben, welcome in.
Welcome. We're in 4K.
It's a bit agony for sure.
It's a bit broken. Dr. Fruitbat's like, will you get to the end? God damn. And yes, we will.
Okay.
Eventually. Mostly. She apologized for trying to solve her insecurities through me, but also said she wasn't sure she would be able to have me in her life as much as I had been the way she's... What? She wouldn't be able to have me in her life as much as I had been with the way she's been feeling. Oh, okay. As I had... She doesn't like the way that Emily responded to the situation.
Okay.
And she can't fucking write either.
Right.
As hurt as I was, I said I understood. She said she still wanted me to come to the party, since I'd helped organise it, and she obviously dropped the absurd dress code. So I will be going to the party. I trust that Kate will communicate her boundaries to Jamie, but I don't plan on inviting him to any more events for the foreseeable future. Why is he the fucking bad guy now?
Just looking at the chat.
Like, why is he
I do not know.
Don't get it. I'm really sad that I've probably lost a long-time friend over the drunken awkwardness of other people, but I also get that Kate can't help how she feels, and frankly, it's for the best not to be in a secret competition. So yeah...
I don't think it's a secret anymore.
No. So yeah,
or a competition.
But I'm going to the party. Not a satisfying update, but an honest one. Update to the update.
I looked fucking hot.
Going through these comments has actually brought up a couple of memories that have, in hindsight, made me a bit uncomfortable, and actually don't think I will end up going to this party. As much as the mutual friends will have questions, and I don't know how much of the truth I will end up telling, I feel too weird right now to continue to be involved in this situation.
Well, that is that. Will they, won't they go to the party? Nobody cared.
Yo, they won't.
So all in all, that update really just gave us a lot of background onto the fact that Jamie said something stupid. If you could just scroll up for a moment, actually. There's a bit where Dom says something about someone he knows at uni, or it's like, I had a friend at uni that told his girlfriend, when pushed on the subject, that he fancied not one but two of their mutual friends more than her. He very strongly felt that lying was worse than sparing her feelings, and still stand by this position. I mean...
It's a bit like Spoilers ahead. Have you seen season 3 of Love Is Blind?
Yes.
It's a bit like the whole situation with Cole and what's her face?
Colleen?
Colleen
Cole
and the one that he was supposed to get married
every time
to.
I forget her name, but yes. Alisa knows. But anyway, yeah, Cole's other half, he goes off, and Bartiz, who's like, oh my god, Raven's so fit. Raven's super fit. It's good that we're being so honest, right? That Raven is fit, not the person that I'm talking to, and she's like, uh-huh. It's like, but we're being honest. She's fitter than you, and I would go out with her before you. But, I love you. And it's like, oh, Bartiz.
Yeah. The problem is that some people, like this woman, for example, don't realize that the relationship is more than just the looks.
Yeah.
That is a part of it, obviously, but it is not the be all and end all of a relationship.
No.
And it is a multifaceted thing that looks is just one part of. So I'm going to break it to you, ladies, gentlemen, everyone out there. Your partner is going to find other people attractive. It's just the way it is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Shut up, you find me attractive.
I so do.
Yeah, Zanab, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking more of the Batiste one.
I was thinking the Zanab.
Well, Cole goes away. Cole goes and chats up Colleen in the pool. Like, if we met in real life, I'd find you attractive, he says in the pool. So, I'm just going to change my leg. Well, I think that has wrapped up that one. And lots of things are happening. People are getting subs. The anonymous subber has given Ben a sub.
Everyone loves a sub. Yeah.
I'm very lucky. Here's a LARP thing. I'm very lucky that my ego has double body dev, X heavy armor, and resist magic. Look at that. It's very insulated, protected. No one's gonna fuck up that ego.
Protected from all the bullshit.
I wouldn't even do it. I wouldn't even take it on.
A sub for Dom. Very good. Let's see what you did there.
Shit. Yeah. Well, I'd wound you, but you'll resist it. Maybe I can wound you a second time. Talking. By the way, last week, aside from this toilet, I've still got this toilet roll. We were talking about what toilet roll is better, and this turned up on my doorstep. I haven't used it yet, but I will have to try it and let you know. But yeah, the other day when we were talking about dipping biscuits in tea and coffee, and Dom said, does anyone or do you dip your biscuits in anything? And I said something like, what, like some sort of frosting or sugar or like caramel stuff? And they were like, no, just in coffee. And I said categorically no, I've never dipped a biscuit in coffee ever.
And so he tried it.
And then, and I was like, and in my brain, it just made perfect sense. I'm like, no, I've never done that. And then the next day at work, we all went in and we had a meeting for which my boss provided loads of lovely, lovely biscuits, and I had a cup of coffee. And without
was there a sign that said biscuits must be dunked before eating?
It did not. There was no sign.
Mandated dunking.
I would dunked it on your ass. I just kind of, but we started the meeting. Oh, these are nice. And without a second thought, I just went, pick up biscuit and dunked it in my coffee. And I was like, oh, well, yeah, I do that. Just immediately, without such an instant reaction. I'm like, oh, I must tell Dom. So
you do it, and you were lying.
I was just like, yeah.
Also, you said do.
I did say do. It's like, and then after that, I thought, oh, I've got to tell Dom about this. And then I thought, I'm gonna keep fucking doing this. And I just thought while I was dunking the biscuits, how is this improving? I'm doing it and I'm eating it and it's nice enough, but it's not like I'm going, oh my god. If you took a biscuit and put it in your mouth and go, that's lovely, and then you don't want to put it in your mouth, it's not like 50 times better. It's just, it's just different.
It's just wetter, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention that.
Yeah. Did you know someone has actually written like PhD level research on dunking biscuits?
And how it improves the flavour.
It doesn't surprise me, to be quite frank. They've written PhD thesis on all kinds of bullshit.
I guess it does make it taste nice, but I don't know that it makes it appreciably better. I think people just like doing it. Maybe there's something about the action of doing it. I really don't know, but there you go. I just thought it was.
I look forward to dunking my Easter egg in milk.
Oh, do you do that?
I do that at Easter, yeah.
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah. It's mainly to make the chocolate colder and like more snappable.
Duncan the singer. I would not dunk Duncan in my coffee. I can say that. He would not fit. He's got big mugs, but he wouldn't fit.
And he is a big mug.
No, he proved they are better. He proved they are better.
Well, it depends. If you don't like coffee, then it's not better, is it?
Did he prove they're better? Like, how many people do you have to ask?
3.
It doesn't seem like a reasonable survey
Depends what the answers are.
sample.
If 2 people say yes, it's better, and 1 doesn't, proof.
That is not proof.
It is.
It's not statistically significant.
Okay, so take your results and times them by like 1 million. Then it's statistically relevant.
We do very different jobs.
Do very different science as well, I think.
That's true. Listen, they're either... Listen, it's 50-50 as well, we know.
Yeah, it's either good or it's not.
They're either going to taste
Those
good
are
or it's
options.
not, yeah.
Yeah.
67%. It wouldn't be enough. What is enough to make it...
It's not enough. I'm sorry.
If you... Anyway.
Anyway, are we doing a third Am I the Arsehole?
I don't know. I suspect... I mean, it's a tiny one. Much like Jeremy's penis. Arf!
I had the big one, actually. You've got the tiny one. So there you go.
What was the p-value? Sorry, I was just being a child because I was thinking about what we just said. Anyway, this is it. I mean, one more for the road, but I can be quick. I promise, because I sensed the fruit bats were restless in that one.
They often are restless, yeah.
One more for the road.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you can get through it from start to finish, and it will appease the fruit bat.
I don't know. It's a tiny one, and it's kind of outrageous, but we'll throw it in anyway.
That's what you have to do with a small one. You just got to throw it in and hope for the best.
Am I the arsehole?
Yes, you are. And you've got a small penis.
For not paying my mum rent for the 2 weeks I stayed at her house. Am I the arsehole for not paying my mum rent for the 2 weeks I stayed at her house? I, 23F, do not get along with my mum or stepdad.
But I went to stay with them anyway, because I'm glutton for punishment.
So I would never willingly stay at their house. Except for...
When I do.
Oh, except for... That's like the meme, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't often stay at my mum and dad's house, except when I do. Except for emergencies.
Under what possible emergency would you have to stay at your parents' house?
We're going to learn. Sorry, I was distracted by Dom talking about wine. Any wine fans? Yes, please. I'll have your wine. Thank you. Perfect Day. Perfect Day by Pitnow. Genuinely delicious skin contact orange wine. All wine has contact with my skin, I have to say, Dom, and that's how I get it in my mouth.
It's such a perfect day.
Wine.
I'm glad I drank it with you.
I want some now. I do want some. Thank you for the recommendation. I would never willingly stay at their house except in emergencies, but my great-grandmother was on her last legs, so Mum wanted to fly over to see her one last time. While I don't like my mum, I'm also not a monster like her. Shots fired. I suspect not for the first time. They wanted me to watch my little brother, who's 8 meters tall.
Big fucking...
Good luck!
Big brother.
You're not going to... Listen, not difficult to watch him.
He sounds pretty big to me.
See him from anywhere in the house. 8M, who I was happy to watch since my other brother, 17M, works all day.
Jesus, that's a fucking big dude.
He's a behemoth! Works all day and some nights. And my sister, 19F, is an irresponsible witch of a woman just like my mum.
Why are we mixing meters and feet now? This is really confusing.
I'm so confused.
How am I supposed to know how big the girl is?
I
can't convert from feet to meters.
Tell
me in meters.
Times it by 8 and divided by 5. Wait, is that right? Or is that kilometers to miles? I don't know. Yes. My sister, 19F, is an irresponsible witch of a woman, just like my mum. I agreed under the condition sister wasn't allowed to stay there while I was. Show us your meters. Whee! Lads. Now that they are back, they are asking for the rent for 2 weeks, $900. Asking for the rent for the 2 weeks I stayed, since I took up their whole house, making my sister leave for the 2 weeks, and they weren't there either, so they shouldn't have to pay the rent for the time they weren't there. I told them, sure, I'll take it off their babysitting bill, and they owe me $5,820, if my math is correct, that the payment is $20 an hour minus $900. Boom. If they want to play this game, come play my game. Am I the arsehole? I just don't know why I said it like that. Am I the arsehole? So a little short one there. A little tiny little extra one there. So basically, the parents say, can you look after the house? And they go, yeah, but your witch daughter, my sister, can't be there. And when they get back, it's like, well, you've been here for 2 weeks, so you owe us $900 whilst you looked after the house. Fuck off. Do fuck off.
Shoot them both and go straight to jail. I
not-
don't remember that on Monopoly.
It's 19 rods to the hogshead. That's exactly how we measure things here.
Hey, look, Hannah made it like 2 minutes before the end instead of 2 minutes after the end. That's an improvement.
$900 dues, yeah. I mean, it sounds like it's not surprising you don't get on with your mother and your stepdad because they pull shit like this. I knew going into this we would feel that they were not. She is not the arsehole. But I thought we'd put it in anyway. This relationship is the arsehole. Parents ruined relationships with child are awful. Child calls them on their bullshit.
Everyone hates it.
Everyone hates it. Yeah. Terrible family with a child that's too fucking tall, frankly.
Yeah, I looked after your giant children.
Yeah. 8 meters and
I'm
17
not paying
meters.
you any rent.
And whatever the girl is, we couldn't work
We
it
kicked
out.
her out anyway, so it's fine.
Welcome in, Hannah. So yes, just a little tiny. I'm taking this to my member of parliament.
But we need to say the thing, even though I'm not going to press the button and derp us up.
Yes. So,
I'll pretend to press the button.
is she the arsehole for not paying any money to her cunty parents?
Absolutely fucking not.
No.
Not the asshole.
Look at that, it appeared.
19 feet is just over 6 yards.
How many hands is that? That's how we measure. That's how they measure horses.
Well, I mean, to be fair, what is a legal hand? Because, like, I think my hand's probably bigger than yours. So if we each measure a horse, we're going to come back with different answers, aren't we?
It was a hand! That's it, isn't it, Hannah? You know about horses. You've got a horse. Have you measured your horse? You measure it in hands.
Yeah, I mean, my hands are definitely bigger than Hannah's. So, like...
Oh, it's 4 inches.
4...
So my penis is 3 hands.
I feel like I'm an interpretive mime now.
Whose hands are we catching? Can you catch a hand? I measure my horse with a tape measure. See, Harley is a sensible man. Knows how to measure. Stay still. Imagine trying to measure. Stay still.
Oh, seriously. Get the fuck back against the wall.
I thought they had hooves, says Tamsinaki. That's how they measure humans. We measure horses with hands. Horses measure us with hooves in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night.
These giant calipers, just like, yep, there you go.
Just got to measure it in frame of reference.
18 hectares.
That is that horse is 1 birch tree or 1/6 of an oak. There you go.
Horse hands.
Nice and scientific.
From nose to tail, wrapping it around the whole horse, of course. Yeah.
The horse, of course.
They probably have to take several measurements. You know, the inside leg of the horse, you know, very important.
They do have that. I think it's called like the instep or something.
That would be amazing.
Right, are we going to pretend to raid someone or are we just going to not bother?
I don't know. Is there anyone that we want to raid? Does anybody have a raid suggestion?
My only suggestion is Nova Charter.
I personally measure them against those backgrounds from mugshots. Like the horse is like standing there like this, holding the thing, and then just turns to the right.
Sounds very amused.
I measure them in flaming torches and drinking Prosecco. This has been very silly and very fun, and I'm very glad you all joined us here. We'll be back next week with more nonsense about getting started. Do you want to raid someone?
I have Nova Charter or I can't be asked. It's basically the
okay.
It's basically the answer. Unless anybody has a suggestion.
I must confess that when this is a good. How can you got to end on that? I must confess that when I measure the inside leg of my horse, I do occasionally brush its hosepipe. Impending ranch scandal inbound. Yes, that's the kind of person you are, Harley. See, you go to Texas and you're a changed man. Agent B. Smith is still streaming LARP photography from the Algarve event. We could go across and see Agent B. Smith.
I don't know who that is, but why
He's
not?
someone that I know we all know. Sorry, someone that me, Dom, and Dr. Fruitbat knows, who takes photos of us when we go LARP.
All right, stop talking. I can't copy and paste.
Oh, the
while
Artful Gabby is playing. That was Dom said the Artful Gabby last time.
Okay,
and we
right.
said. So I think that's fair.
Okay, I still need people to stop talking so I can copy and paste.
Keep talking.
I've got it. It's okay. You can carry on talking now. Right. Now I'm going to push this button, and considering that things have been fucked when I push buttons, we'll see what happens, shall we?
Yes.
Tune in next week for the further adventures of... It's supposed to be 4K, but it probably looks like it's a fucking 8-bit video game.